Let's fucking go.
The Emperor has been expecting you.
Hi everyone and welcome to 1/6 Figure Focus, and you're very welcome to another episode. This is episode number 57, I believe, of The Hope Show, a weekly live stream dedicated to 1/6 scale collecting in general, TV, pop culture, movies, all that kind of stuff. Got a special one tonight, folks. We're down a few key members of the panel. Unfortunately, we don't have Ian aka H and Silver Fox. We don't have Jose G Hernandez, the fact checker, or Jim Collector. But it is a special one because tonight is the channel member giveaway. But who we do have, let's face it, the more important people are here. Isn't that fair enough? We got
100%.
Phil, Rogue One Photography, and we might have a few other people joining us. But yeah, looking forward to this one. We got 28 people watching live. How are you doing, Phil? You good?
Really good, really good. Looking forward to the giveaway. There's some fantastic prizes in there. So if you're not a member,
you might win
now.
You might win as well, so
You never know.
considering we fixed the whole thing, Phil, there's a strong chance that you I shouldn't, because I know that's just a way to start unnecessary drama.
I actually won the last one, didn't I? If you remember, I won the...
You did, but it was very selfless.
Yeah.
You gave it away to, I think it was Tragedy Tales.
I haven't seen him since.
He's still a member. No, he's still a member.
I'm joking.
Yeah. No, he's a good guy. So, we actually have. What we're going to do is, you know what? When we there's four different giveaways. So, you know what, Phil? We might actually start kicking off the giveaway. Someone drops in a super chat there, and we'll do that. We'll do the first giveaway then. And only joking, we will be doing 4 different separate channel member giveaways. I have made a little alteration though. I was thinking because of the time difference, what I originally said was, you have to be subscribed, you have to be a channel member, and you have to be here. But I thought that might be a bit unfair on, say, channel members who are like working and don't have the option to maybe not work from home and they can't listen to the stream. And rain, hail or shine, like a lot of those people have been supporting the channel with the either $2.99 a month or $5.99 a month for some of them over a year. So I was thinking, okay, we'll just say you have to be subscribed, you have to be a channel member. If they're not here, that's okay. And I think we have 29 currently. I was keeping an eye on it. And I think T. Rhea rejoined today, so I added him to the duck race. I'm going to do a few duck races, so because I want to be really, really original on the channel. Hey, look, what can I say? It's good quack. No one. And the viewing numbers are dropping off. Yeah, what can I say? Here we go. Look, like if you like that, just stick around, folks. There's plenty more of those dad jokes to come. Okay, look, what we'll do is address the chat first of all. So obviously, folks, it is the channel member giveaway that we have been kind of advertising for weeks. We got prizes from Lion Rock Toys, prizes from Fusion Reactors, and prizes from the Luke Light. Some very, very generous donations from those supporters, people I do business with a lot. So if you want to be in the running, what I suggest you do is just become a channel member. If you're already a channel member, thank you very much for support, and you're already going to be entered in these different duck races or giveaways throughout. What we're going to do is maybe we'll start the giveaways at 9 o'clock my time, about 32 minutes. So you still have 32 minutes if you want to be entered. Just click on the link and become either a trooper or a commander, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. And you don't, no obligation, but I do thank you very much. Speaking of channel members, we have 12-inch Moose Stream. I'm ready to win everything. Hello, community of collectors. Now that he said it, he's put it out into ether, maybe he will. Neilerific, thank you very much. A supporter of the channel and a channel member as well. Greetings, collectors. Looking forward to another fun stream. Will any further compliments increase? Definitely, 100%. Compliments will definitely increase your chances of winning. We got Renz, the talented Tolentino artist. Thanks very much for being here. T-Ria, just recently rejoined, becoming a channel member. We got 38 people watching live. Thanks very much for watching the replay. Click that like button, click that subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. Of course, we also have obviously Phil, aka Rogue One Photography. Haven't followed him on Instagram, you're doing it wrong. Check it out because he's got some fantastic photography there. And he's also not only a channel member but a panel member. You got the blue wrench as well, so behave yourselves. We got Thalia Meyer. Who else do we have? We got Kyle Goodwin. Thanks very much for being here. We got Evil Sneaker. Dang, I finally get to watch live because I got a day off. Let's go. Thanks very much. I do appreciate you being here. And of course, if you want the link, Phil will send it on to your Instagram. If you do want to pop in here for a while, Steve, more than welcome. Ryan Smith, channel member as well. Thanks very much for being here. We got Mike Fayella. We got Jose G. Hernandez. Sorry I can't be there, but face-off questions are written and in Phil's hands. That could be awkward if it's just me because, you know, or maybe we could be like Shane v. Shane. I could answer both and see which one would win. Yeah. Shane 1 or Shane 2. That could be interesting. Maybe I get 0 and people get to make fun of me, which, yeah, I presume people would like that. Figurecraft Philly, saw your photos, man, of the Jazzinc 89. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. A man of many talents. Philly, I was very impressed, and makes me want to get that more. We got Keith Lee. Who else do we got? We have got Philly is on for jumping in. I see the live chat. Yeah, send him the link. Work away. Send him the link. Be great to have him in there. I want to ask him a few questions about that Jazzinc 89. Who else do we got? The Humble Collector UK. This person is here every single week, day in, day out. I do appreciate that, and I suppose it's probably a good time for you because it's, you know, we share the same, the Greenwich Mean Time. So I'm not worried about the prizes. I just love the show. It's my Monday fix. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. Blurred Dad Life. Thanks very much for being here. Just edit that joke out in post focus. Man, I can't. I got a soft spot for cheesy jokes and puns. I like a good pun. Dave, X-Men Supreme, channel member, strong supporter of the channel. Best of luck to all the channel members here, folks. Oh, look, we have got a new channel member. Good stuff. That brings us up to a 30. That brings up to an even 30. So if you know the name of this particular clip that I've been using to welcome channel members, please type the name of the movie in the chat.
Welcome to the club, man.
Excellent stuff. Massively appreciated. I do appreciate that. And of course, I'm going to add your name. Before I forget, I'm going to add your name right now to this list of ducks. I got 29 ducks, and now we're going to have 30 ducks. Oh, that's a nice even number. Blurred Dad Life. So you've been added to the list of ducks. Excellent stuff. If you don't know what the duck race is, you're probably not watching many streams, but I definitely wasn't the first to do it. I won't be the last to. I love it. I think Anthony, Six Scale Mafia, shout out to Anthony. He's probably not watching, but if he is, or if he's watching a replay, shout out to Anthony because I think he was the first person I saw do the duck race. It's just a handy little way of giving these giveaways. Calvin, saw your New York picks, absolutely loved them. Reminded me of the time I met you in London, and you never know, could be meeting you in Star Wars Celebration Japan. But great to see you here. And Jose got the link sent to Philly. Excellent stuff. Figurecraft says True Lies. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Blurred Dad Life, the newest channel member. Thanks very much. Let's quacking go. Now this man is speaking my language. Yes, Renz. Yes, I knew I liked you. All right. So good stuff. And even 30. And let's you know what? Before we do anything, we was gonna kick off the show. We'll talk about something. So before I do the whole channel members thing and all of that, let's just talk about something first. Let's see if we get the grid up. Interesting. I don't seem to have my grid. Give me a second to have it. There we go. You all right?
I was going to say, are you seriously thinking about Japan, yeah?
I have tickets. Myself and Megan have tickets to... Steve has the link and is jumping on. Thanks very much for keeping me up to date there. Hopefully Philly will jump in. That'd be a nice even 4. Yeah, so it's kind of a longer story, but the short version of it is I gave a bottle of water to Spice Runner when he was thirsty in Star Wars Celebration in London, and he sorted me out with tickets. And I had to pay for them, but like they were sold out. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Man's gifted. What can I say? So we have tickets to Celebration. I've always wanted to go to Japan. I really like visiting countries when I have two reasons to go: to see the country itself, but also maybe to go snowboarding there, or to go to Star Wars Celebration there, or like if I was going to Vegas, I'd want to see a boxing match or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So do something, like not
so
necessarily exactly. Like maybe go see your favorite band who happen to be playing in some city you've never been to. I think that's really, really cool. So Japan, maybe for like a week. We happen to have time off at that time. So I think it's probably gonna happen. But what do you want to talk about?
Let's get the Stormtrooper out of the way, is it?
By the way, absolutely loving your enthusiasm for this Stormtrooper here. Okay, so there's Baylan Shin, which is not the Stormtrooper. Can you see the Night Trooper there now?
Yeah. We're good.
Okay, so how much does this cost, first of all? That's what I'm wondering. Go on Sideshow maybe? And Sideshow, Hot Toys, Night Trooper. I'm guessing it's what, $240?
Yeah, it's got to be, isn't it?
Side $240. I was bang on the money there. Good stuff. So, what do you think? Enthusiasm high?
Yeah, it's yeah. It looks like a pair of Adidas, doesn't it? He's
It does, yeah. Yeah, it does, man. It does. Did you like the concept in the show?
No.
You didn't?
No.
That's a straight out no. Okay, so did not like the concept in the show. Why not?
Bizarrely, I thought I was kind of anticipating it and sort of looking forward to it. But then when it happened, I was like, it's too much, man. I get the Sisters of Dathomir or whatever sort of, I'm assuming, conjured this, but I don't get why. Well, I'm assuming they all starved to death today. I don't know, because Thrawn was fine, but all the troopers were dead apart from Enoch, which we don't really. He's a bit of a mystery, isn't he? I don't know. There's a backstory to him, really. I'm not sure.
Seems that a lot of those. It's almost like when Disney are too lazy to write something good, they're like, he's a mystery. Like Marak, he's a mystery.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
He's a fart in the wind, is what he is. Like, but I don't know. It didn't really. I get that it's like, Jedi's in space and all that. Go on. Sorry, you go on.
I think it was. There's always been this sort of belief that the Death Troopers were potentially subhuman, or there was something going on in the back because of the builds, the way they would supposedly kill people. So
that the Death Troopers, not even the ones here on the left, like.
No.
Do you mean the regular Death Troopers? Yeah.
The regular Death Troopers. There's sort of like a folklore of how they came into being and all the rest of it. But then this sort of, I just think you went a little bit too far with the whole zombie thing. If it was.
Yeah. I think it seemed like too far away from the lore or something like that. For me, I mean, yeah. I was not on board at that stage. I was not on board with the show at all, but I still watched it, and I wasn't buying it. I really wasn't buying it.
No.
I just don't think it landed right for me, and I get that it's space wizards, but I think maybe it doesn't need to be Walking Dead as well.
No,
I just didn't like that direction, but other people loved it.
Yeah, you see a lot of it in the Jedi Fallen games, the sort of witchcrafty thing and everything, and I get that, and some of it was in the Clone Wars with the Sarge Ventress and that sort of thing. So I suppose it's always been there. It's just I've just found it far fetched. It was, I don't know. It didn't sit very well with me, but
no, this is like kind of the opposite of a triple threat. I did not like the source material. I I did not. I do like Troopers actually, but I didn't like this take on the Troopers, to be honest.
No.
Like, but you know, it's funny. It's like some of the guys in the 501st. Like, I've yet to see one of them do this, but I'd say you're going to see a lot of these in Star Wars Celebration
Yeah,
Japan
I
and
think
stuff
so.
like that,
Yeah.
and they would be cool. But it's like, I think people like say if they've had really old kit and it's starting to crack anyway, it's a perfect way to get out some gold paint and some red insulation tape, and there you go. You can be a night trooper, like, you know. But yeah, as a trooper collector, even I'm not in on this, because there's even like, if there was a troop, say like the next trooper I'd like to buy is probably is it a Sand Trooper, the single pack, like you know, they're doing Sand Trooper and Dewback. I think they're doing Sand Trooper, Dewback on its own, and then the Trooper on its own, which I do like, because
because I got the Trooper. I ordered the Trooper on its own. Because I don't know where
like
you
the
get
Trooper.
put. That Dewback would fit lovely underneath that display, though.
It would, man. It would, though, wouldn't it? Like, you know, and it could you could put it in the middle of the Troopers, causing absolute chaos. But and you know what the thing is? It's funny how your mind works. It's like, okay, now I've got two nice big custom Max module cases. I've got space for two vehicles, but then you're like, if I rotate them, I've got space for as many vehicles as I damn like. You know what I mean? It's funny how your mind just does that, like, you know. And we have a very special guest, a man who, like, I think I've borderline harassed to come on the show. You see, he's made it big time now, you see, right? He was on the show when he was small time, and now he's made it big time. Only joking. No, he works. He's got to work. You got to pay for this stuff. But an absolute gentleman. I'm a big fan of his channel. And we got Eva Sneaker.
Hey,
Steve, how are you
what's up,
doing?
gentlemen? Good. How are you guys
good,
doing,
man? Thanks for we put out the, I suppose not bat symbol, the rebel symbol, would it be? Are you rebel? Are you more rebel or kind of Sith Empire? You're wearing the Empire hat, man.
Dude, you know, I mean, my channel membership is Evil Empire, so I gotta, you know, lean more towards that way. Wear the hat every show.
That's fair enough.
But man,
So,
dude, thanks for inviting me on.
No problem, man.
I always try to catch the show live. The work that I do, I can't ever be on live. Like, I can't have my phone up at work during that time on Mondays. But I just got back from New York ComicCon, so I'm off. I took extra day off work to recharge.
Smart.
So yeah, I appreciate the invite, Phil. It's good to meet you too. I was just messaging Phil.
Oh,
like
cool.
When I started up a Facebook group, and Phil and I were messaging each other. So yeah,
Excellent.
thank you for joining up on my Facebook group. But yeah,
100%.
I must actually join on that as well. I think I got a link on Facebook at some point, but yeah, I must hop on. But how many Facebook is it members or just
like people in the group
community? Yeah.
Let me look real quick.
If you send it,
134 members.
Say it was over 100. Yeah.
if you send it to the link to join on the private chat, Phil, because he's a mod, will be able to pop it into the live chat if you don't mind.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
What's the name of the Facebook group?
It's just Evil Empire 1/6 scale collecting news and discussion. So,
Cool. Excellent stuff.
I post kind of whenever stuff drops. I get up pretty early, so usually I see the drops. I kind of post it in the group, and then there's a chat in there too. So I'm always in the chat, or try to be. Yeah, join up on the group and come hang out in the chat. It's a good way for me to stay connected to people who kind of watch my channel too. So it's been fun. I'm glad I did it.
Cool. And it's another platform. You could probably, when you stream, can you? I know we were actually mentioning about this because StreamYard's got so expensive, and I'm probably looking for an alternative. But the platform that you use, the new one, can you cast that simultaneously to YouTube and Facebook?
So I think you can do Facebook, but it doesn't really play nice with groups. I think you can just do it to like your main Facebook page, like your actual named one. I haven't tested that really.
Okay.
But it does have like that functionality. Like you can connect it. I just have never tried it.
Excellent stuff. Yeah. Excellent stuff. Brilliant. Now look, we value opposing opinions on this show. We really I kind of handpicked the panel nearly and reached out to people last week for the Joker because it was so divisive. I wanted people that loved it, like Ian and Dan, and then I wanted people that absolutely hated it, like Eddie and Rich, and then myself and Jose was kind of, I think I liked it a bit more than Jose, but it was a good blend. And yeah, like at the end of the day, no one's opinion changed for after our discussion, but like I like that opposing viewpoints. Convince us why we need to buy this Night Trooper, Steve.
Yeah, so I'll start by saying like this is probably gonna be my favorite line that I own all said and done once all these figures come out. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be all in on this line. I haven't pre-ordered everything. I'm kind of waiting to see what happens with some of them, but yeah, so just to start out, I am like peak hype on this line right now, as far as Ahsoka goes. So you know that I'm a big Star Wars fan, and one of my favorite parts of Star Wars is like all the animated stuff, the Clone Wars, Rebels, and I feel like rarely do we get something in an IP that kind of can go like that covers more than one part of the source material, right? Like this line has everything for anyone. You have like the Star Wars Rebel stuff, you get the flashbacks into the Clone Wars, and then you have Ahsoka, like it's crazy when I talk about Clone Wars. I was saying this on my show, it kind of makes me like sad if people haven't seen the animated stuff, because you're missing out on just like an amazing arc. Like Ahsoka is the Padawan of Anakin Skywalker. You know, like people love Anakin so much. I feel like that is something that as a Star Wars fan, you would want to get that aspect too, of like his relationship with his Padawan, what happens to her. She has an amazing arc. She
has the best arc, I think, in any Star Wars character. Yeah, well, with the exception of maybe Vader himself.
She has an underrated character, and if you haven't watched the animated stuff, I would just strongly encourage that you go watch it, because it's so awesome. So for me, this is kind of a culmination of everything that I love about Star Wars, in that sense of just getting all of these different characters. I really liked the show. This trooper, is this like a top trooper that you need? No, not necessarily, but for me, it's a good enough figure that it's gonna look really nice in the display if you have multiple figures from this line. This is a very unique piece. Same with the Death Trooper. I know like that limited Death Trooper, which I think it was kind of smart to make that limited, but at the same time, like you're gonna have a lot of nice variation in your case. It's a very unique line. When are we gonna get like a trooper that looks like this? When are we gonna get a trooper that looks like Enoch, right? For me, Thrawn, having Enoch next to him, and then having like this in a Death Trooper, maybe like off to the side or somewhere in the display to kind of fill in that part of the show and that scene. That's really cool to me. Like this is a very unique trooper design. Is it my favorite? No, but it's good enough and worth it for me to kind of add it into that case. But I'm waiting. Like this DF-120 right here, this module case is where the Ahsoka line is gonna go. I'm gonna move that stuff out of there into another case, but I'm patiently waiting to have just a vision of a full case of everything Ahsoka line. It's going to be very cool. That's
going to be like, first and foremost, that's going to be incredible for you as a diehard Star Wars fan. And even though I wasn't gone on the show, I think it's shaping up to be one of the most, not only most complete lines, but also one of the most formidable lines in terms of head sculpt, the body proportions, the even like the color palette, because it was rooted in animation, it's really going to pop. Like Chopper and Hera, Sabine, like Ahsoka the White, like there's a lot of bangers there. So yeah, well, I still won't be getting this Night Trooper, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, part of it's like, oh man, I wish I loved the show, because then I could commit to the line. And part of me is also like, oh man, that's a deep line. It's money saved. This is where this is how I can afford the Jazzinc 89. You know what I mean? It's those funds, because sure. I think it'd probably be cheaper to buy a Jazzinc 89 than collect the entire Ahsoka line. Significantly cheaper. Oh,
for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
And it's it's nice if you, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, go on.
I was just say too, even if like you don't get this, like I feel like there's a figure that everybody, if you like Star Wars, there is a figure that you are drawn to in this line. I feel like in some way, I think that's what's really cool about it. Even if you haven't watched Clone Wars, there's still really
no Ezra though.
No Ezra.
Oh, season 2.
I just don't get
season 2.
Yeah.
Listen, if they go make an Ezra without an Andor, I'm gonna be a bit.
And I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see an Ezra like when he gets his full like outfit for season 2 instead of like his kind of like rogue outfit, but or like the kind of wanderer type outfit. Thank you for posting up the link in my
no problem.
Appreciate the plug. I think that's another thing is like we know season 2 is coming, and this is like some of the deepest lore bits in Star Wars too, when it comes to like the Mortis arc and talking about like the direction that Baylan was heading, and like how the season ends with him like looking out and he sees the statue, right? So season 2 is going to have like some really cool elements, I think, to it as well. We're probably going to see something like this again, like this type of character. It's going to be interesting looking back when season 2 comes out, like looking back at all the figures from season 1 that released and what's going to happen with all of them, and like whether or not people's opinions are going to change about certain figures and stuff. So kind of looking forward to that. But yeah, the line is just going to continue. Season 2 is, there's going to probably be more stuff. So yeah, I'm excited about it.
Excellent stuff. Good stuff. Final question before we move on, because we do have a heap of stuff to get to. Are you getting 1 or 2 of these night troopers? What's the
just
plan?
just one.
Okay.
I don't really do doubles on, I don't do doubles on anything.
Fair enough. I got you. Cool. So that's the so it's it's facebook.com/groups/evil sneakers. So pretty easy to remember, because the rest of it will be generic. Just remember the /groups/evil sneaker. Okay,
It's
good stuff.
It's a really good
I
group.
appreciate
Excellent
it. Thank
stuff.
you so much.
Brilliant. No problem, man. No problem at all. So I did see something. I was Jose, keep me on task. I had it pinned. It kind of pins automatically, but we've got another channel member, so I do appreciate this. It brings us up to 31. Delighted with that. Calvin, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. So obviously I can't be biased, but for the giveaway, may the force be with you. Thanks very much. I really appreciate that. I need to get a few more clips, but I just kind of like this one.
Welcome to the club, man.
Gotta love, man. True Lies. I recently watched True Lies with Megan, and we just cracked ourselves up. It's just so ridiculous, that action comedy. But I just, yeah, it's fun times.
Jamie Lee Curtis is in that one. Isn't
Stop. Yeah, actually, Megan was like particularly impressed. She was like, how old is she there? And I was like, yeah, she's getting on. Like, but she, yeah, fantastic. Who else we have? We got Just My Toys popped in there. I hope you're well. Thanks very much. Like this here. So Akira, you've finally been able to catch a Shane live. Greetings from Ireland. Yeah, greetings right back at you. Fálcha, Sláinte. Okay, so right, I want to go through some basic housekeeping here. So we are at 4,055 subscribers, and I have yet to use the "This Is Your Figure" short, but I am tempted. The algorithm is just killing that. But yeah, man, it's where we're at the moment. Maybe that day will come. So we're at 4,055 subscribers, and I really do appreciate. I didn't think I'd get past 100. Definitely didn't get past 1,000. So I really do appreciate everyone who's taken any time of their lives to watch any videos, like any videos, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, watch the live stream, come on the live stream like you fine gentlemen, become a channel member, invite me on their live stream, whatever. It's very much appreciated. So thank you, onwards and upwards. And these people, there's 3 people that I have to add to this. I'm not sure what tiers they're in, but I know that Tyria rejoined just before the show. Calvin, low-key collector, joined. And we also have Blurred Dad's Life that brings us up to 31. I've added them into the duck race, but they're not on the thing. But I want to give a shout out to everyone. 1/6 shooter, Figurecraft, Evil Sneaker. I actually think I put you in the duck race as Evil Squeaker because I made a mistake, and I was like, I'm just going to keep it there. So I'm going to keep it there. I think it was fate. You knew. So Yomo, Mr. Ink, Howard Potts, Kenneth Jacobson, H and Silver Fox, Jose G. Hernandez, Brian Wong. I must reach out to Brian. I've finally completed these cases. And, you know, when it comes to Magic cases, they say life is all about the journey and not about the destination. I think the older we get, we realize life happens when you're not looking. I totally get that. I think Magic Case is the opposite. Magic Case is 100% about the finished product and not about the actual the journey and the building. And it's just, but like when you get there, totally worth it. So and Brian's a gentleman, and customer service is top tier. So I'll be reaching out to him, doing a bit of a review or whatever. Ben Thomas Show, Eddie Money Mendez, Jim Collector, Lancelot's Nerd Corner, Thrawn's Office, Ryan Smith. That is the Troopers tier. And of course, the Commanders tier, which is a little bit more expensive. All your YouTube channel handles get displayed, kind of like producers at the end of all the videos, like so. So new videos, just one this week. It was long form. I'm actually enjoying the long form content, but it's about a half an hour. My thoughts on all the different SKUs on Catwoman, and there, look, Phil loves my humor. Ian, Phil is a massive fan. I just crack him up with all these kind of little puns we have going on here. Channel member giveaway, folks. It is tonight. All you got to do is be a channel member. You don't have to be present. I decided against that. I think if you're a channel member, that'll do, because I appreciate people to work. Gifted or donated very, very kindly. Prizes donated by Fusion Reactors, Light Up Kits, and Instagram. All these links are in the description. Luke Lights, and of course Lion Rock Toys. So Fusion Reactors donated two things: a Mark III 2.0 light up kit, which I'm going to light up during the week because I'm in that mode at the moment. I'll show you pictures later on of what I've been at. A Luke Skywalker green LED lightsaber, not a CCFL, LED. So that would be, I think they're just a bit safer or whatever. I'm moving into Neo LEDs from R15 cost with myself. $168 worth of store credit from Luke Light, who do custom lights for the the focus. It should be called the focus case. The Bleledens, the Detofts, the Millsbow, and of course TMS 070 Axe Woves, courtesy of Lion Rock Toys. These people don't have to donate this stuff, but it's just, yeah, I buy a lot of stuff from them, and it's a good kind of a relationship. So yeah, all free. So shout out to all those sponsors. When is it? It's tonight. Okay. Steve, we've spoke about the Night Trooper. Anything you want to be part of? Anything you want to talk about? You want to talk about what you got new? Do you want to challenge me to face off? Your odds are good. I've been terrible the last few weeks. We could talk about Catwoman. We could talk about Venom. We could talk about Galen Erso. We could do the snap.
Let's do new.
Cool. What did you get new this week?
What did I get new this week? Oh, that's a topic. I just got in, dude. I got a lot of stuff. So I went to New York Comic-Con. I was there for
Looked
I went
incredible.
to New York Wednesday. Yeah, I went.
I was
Thursday,
jealous.
Friday, Saturday. It was awesome.
It looked
man.
amazing. Yeah.
I was jealous, not just for the reasons you think I was jealous. I was jealous you were in New York because New York is awesome. I was jealous that you could get pizza whenever you wanted. I was jealous that you're at the con. Most of all, I was jealous of the people you were hanging around with. You got to meet Collector Joey. I met Austin before. He's an absolute legend. Got to meet Calvin. I met him before. But I'd love to meet Danny Spotchka. He seems just like an absolute gentleman. Like, just Mike, come on. Like, tell us, how was it?
It was amazing, man. Yeah, I stayed with Mike the whole time, and yeah, he is a real one, dude. He is just one of my favorite people. Just amazing.
He's a good guy.
Awesome time hanging out with him, and yeah, he's just such a good friend. So shout out to him. I could continue on about him forever, but yeah, hung out with all those people. It was awesome. I've been waiting to meet. I mean, since I started collecting, I've known all these people. It's been 2 years basically since I've known them, a little bit longer at this point, and yeah, it was awesome. It was surreal, honestly, like getting to meet all those people that I've known for so long, and it's just seamless. You know, you talk to them so much online. Like, I talk to the Copper Drop guys every day, so just really good friends and really good times. It was a lot of fun. I got a lot of cool comic stuff, which, if you didn't know, Mike is like a comic encyclopedia. That dude knows like everything. He enhanced my experience like beyond what I expected, because I've never been to New York, never been to the con. And yes, Trevor, it was nice meeting you as well, man.
I can't wait to meet Trevor and Mike and everyone. I was jealous, like, that you got to meet them all. But
it was crazy. But yes, whenever you want to, because I would love to go every year. But I got some really cool stuff. I also got a couple of figures in. I came back home to 89 Batman and Attack of the Clones. Anakin, what's up,
Philly?
Hello there.
Speaking of 89 Batman, and this guy just pops. Man, Steve, did you see?
I did.
Phil, did you see the photos?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was awesome, man.
Yeah, you're on another level, man.
That was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
So
did you build this? You built a set? You built?
Yeah, I did. I built a diorama set. I'm doing 4 stages or 4 scenes from the movie. I'm so far 2 ahead, and I got 2 more left.
Awesome.
Man, that is awesome, man. That is awesome. The photography, like, I mean, I've seen your kind of your Jazzinc kind of, like, it was I don't even know how to describe it. It's a video, but it's more like a high end, like, it's almost like a promotional video for them. It's that kind of high end, like, with all the Batmobile and stuff. I was like, man, this production value is legit. And then I see these photos, and I'm like, it just makes me want mine quicker. You know?
Well, thank you. I mean, I'm starting. I mean, it's going with photography. A lot of people are like, there's the cinematographer. He does great shots.
Is this
cinema
Harry?
Style.
Harry?
Harry, yeah.
Oh, he's insane.
from,
He is insane.
from my hometown of Irvine, California. But yeah. So I'm thinking, also do video that's cinema style with figures, and I think that'd be a good
Very
opportunity
cool.
to kind of try that and see if we can get people to kind of, start doing that. That'd be really cool.
Very
So, yeah,
cool.
thanks for the love, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Sorry, I was a little late.
No,
I
no
was
problem,
having
man.
to feed my
And I
dog.
haven't forgotten about I haven't done an episode of Visions in a while, so I know that we're going to make that work. So I've next week off,
anytime,
so maybe
buddy.
we might be able to work it out. But you've just joined us. We're talking about new this week, or new what you get. I don't want to call it new this week because I know that's Collecting Weekly's thing. But basically what stuff that we got in. So shout out to Collecting Weekly, who are actually channel members and stream regularly. So it's one of my dreams. I'm putting this out there into the ether. It's one of my dreams to be on the Collecting Weekly Tuesday show. Like I messaged Zach a bit, but I'm hoping that they'll see this and take pity on me. Go, I'm off next week as well. I can stay up late. Plug. Please, man. No, it's one of my. I want to go on that show sometimes if they'll have me. So I'm putting it out there into ether. Steve, you came home from New York and you got a Batman '89.
Yeah, Batman '89, Attack of the Clones, Anakin were waiting for me here at home. So that's '89 Batman. I didn't even get a chance to open it up yet because I've been recharging and getting some sleep and
the old
cleaning
social
up some
battery
stuff at home. Yeah, it's been a busy time even since I've got home. But I got those, and then we got some really cool comic stuff signed by some artists and stuff too at the convention. Ben Bishop, who does a lot of the artwork for The Last Ronin, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and he signed some stuff for me, and also personalized some stuff both for me and my oldest son. So that was really cool. Got to bring him home something cool, like a signed figure.
That's cool.
And then we met this newer comic company called Bad Idea. There's a couple comics they're doing, and Derek Kolstad, who's the creator of John Wick, is one of the writers on the comic. So got to meet him, which John Wick is my favorite action franchise. So it was so cool talking to him. And he signed a couple things as well. And we were talking about Keanu, who's my favorite actor. So it was very, very cool meeting him and talking to him a little bit, kind of about that experience and stuff. So I could go on about more stuff, but I'm working on a vlog. I'll save a lot of it for that. But I could go on for an hour talking about everything. It was very cool.
Huge. The place was very huge.
So I went to Star Wars Celebration Chicago in 2019. So when I got to New York, I was like, okay, Star Wars Celebration, that's a big event. It's people from around the world come to there. Dude, New York ComicCon was at least 10 times larger than Celebration.
Wow.
It was massive scale. It was we were there for, what's up, Rick? We were there for 3 days, and we were there for the majority of the day, and we still didn't get to everything. It was,
that's what you want.
It was awesome. We were just immersed at the convention. It was so cool. I wish I could have stayed an extra day, but it was nothing. It was way beyond the scale of Star Wars, at least Star Wars Celebration in Chicago. I'm not sure how it was other places, but a lot bigger than I expected, but very cool. A little bit of everything for everybody.
To be fair, look, when you went live, it looked really busy, but it looked like you had sort of room to move around. For a Star
We did
Wars
not have that in
Celebration,
London.
you were
So
literally
everybody's crammed in there.
Yeah.
It also depends on the time, on the day. If you go
Yeah.
on Thursday, Friday, Saturday is the worst.
Yeah, Friday was
It's
a
the same
little bit.
San Diego Comic Con.
It kept getting worse. Thursday, it wasn't as busy. Friday, I think, was when I did my live stream quick there, which was, I was shocked because the Wi-Fi was horrible. The whole time I was there, I couldn't believe I did a whole 1 hour live. And then Saturday, it was you're crammed in. People are running into each other. It's just, it's quite the experience. So I got a lot of cool stuff. That's all my new stuff. So good. I'm glad I picked that topic. So I got a lot of cool new comic stuff and stuff that I brought home. So
That's cool, man. I'm glad you had a good time. And you said you got that 89 in. I actually got the 89 in during the weekend. I've told a story before, but some of my warmest memories. One of I love Christmas for various different reasons. We don't have the time to talk about it, but I think it was Christmas. I think it was Christmas '89. I would have been 6, and I remember getting I think it was Toy Biz, Batwing at the time, and the Batman and the Joker, and just thinking that's it. I peaked. Life's complete. And that movie just come out, and I was watching it with my parents. I think it was probably, it might have been, thinking about this, the timeline was probably maybe Christmas 90, because it would have been out in video. I didn't see it in the cinema, obviously I was too young, but the getting that figure was pretty, I was skeptical because of the texture and the likenesses, a bit of a downgrade. But no, man, I did get a Jackson Jew custom drape cape E, and get that. It looks, the pose I want is standing straight up and down, just like Keaton was, because he was restricted in the suit anyway. Yeah. And the cape hanging over him, it covers most of it. It's not as, I don't think it's as obvious in real life. I was a bit like, oh man, if I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna be like, oh, what do we do now? Do we go back to the DX 08? And I'd already worked. No wait, the DX 08 is the Joker.
09.
09.
Is the DX 09 the first Batman?
Yeah.
09 is the first Batman, yeah. Yeah,
because I worked backwards and got the DX 08. I just was really patient and found it for like a price I was willing to pay, and then I was like, am I going to get this in now and have to go sell this and try to backtrack the DX09? That has its issues as well. But nah, man, I slapped that Jackson Jew cape on it, and you know what? Did you get the deluxe version?
I did. I ordered the cape too, like a couple weeks before I got my invoice. I ordered the cape, so I'm just waiting on that to come in.
Base. It's just so bloody cool,
dude,
man.
The box
is
bigger.
so awesome. The box, the quarter scale box.
It's
a quarter scale box.
It's bigger than the Carnage and Venom figures.
Genuinely
like,
thought a small
box.
child was going to come out of it. Like it's crazy. Like, you know what?
I was surprised.
It was, yeah, man. It just hits the spot, man. I just loved it, man. I just, yeah.
Shane, if you want that seamless kind of like cape covered pose, what I usually do is I take the gauntlets off and the gloves, and then I tuck them in, and I put his arms behind him, and it gives him a better position to drop the cape. And not only that, but you avoid damaging the cape. So that's something I do that looks really good.
It just drapes better, does it?
Yeah. You just like if you put the arms to the side, to the back, and like put them behind them, like kind of like a dark side pose, it'll be more seamless and it'll drop down better.
Excellent stuff. Did I hear? I thought I heard a pop there, as if someone had joined in the back, but I can't see anyone. Anyone else hear that? No. I thought I heard like the pop when someone joins. That doesn't make a difference, but so I actually got that in, but I don't have any. Yeah, there it is now. I heard it again. There we go. Calvin's here. I knew I heard one. Did you just pop in and did you just pop in and pop out? Yeah.
My Bluetooth wasn't acting right, so I was like, let me get out of here.
All right,
fix it real quick.
Good stuff.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's going on? What did you get new this week? Or I know you were in New York ComicCon, and so no doubt your wallet took a hit.
Got several books from Scott Williams. Got them signed. Got one, of course, and then censor what decided to go off right now. Hold on.
What's that?
Okay. So anyway, got several books signed by Scott Williams. I was trying to get a Bloody Remark done by him back in San Diego, and it just missed him. So that was my number one on the agenda, to get to him and get that book turned in. So got that. Also submitted for CGC, so waiting for that to come back. Got to see Marcos in person for the first time, Mr. Collector's on himself. Went directly to him, was like, hey, where's my Batman at? So he should be getting that shipped out to me today, amongst a couple other things. Got home to Obi-Wan Kenobi at the door, and then I guess my other Obi, the exclusive, the red suit from Clone Wars. I think that's shipping out today. And a couple other books I got some other signatures from Sinclair and Jack Miller and some other things. So yeah, nice little haul I came home with.
Was CGC at the con?
It was. So when I initially got the signature, of course, no witnesses were in sight. And so I come back to pick up some books the next day. And of course, there's red coats all up and down the aisle. So I was like, hey, can you witness this? Can you confirm, I got this done? So I got that submitted. But obviously the funnest time was meeting. I got to meet Steve finally in person. Like I said, Marcos, Mike. Well, I already knew the Copper Drop guys, those my dudes already. But Saturday, I didn't go to the con. We went to the Joker Stairway and the Bronx.
Yeah.
It's funny because we were having a great time, but you could tell the locals like they're over this shit. They're sick of people showing up to take pictures.
Is that why they've done some street art on it so it doesn't look like it looks like in the
Yeah,
I
movie?
think
it looks
so.
really
Because
different.
I heard
they
they be
scaffolding
thrown.
at the top of the stairs.
I heard to be throwing eggs at people and stuff like, you know.
I didn't see that, but you could tell, like, you could see them, like, locals. You can see people showing up with groceries, like, having to either walk up or down. They're like, can y'all get out of my way? Like, they were cordial, but you can see they look like, okay, can y'all get out the way so I can get upstairs to get to the house? So
Yeah.
that was cool. Also went to the firehouse, the Ghostbusters firehouse.
Yeah, I've been there before, man. It's good.
So got to see the Dodgers beat the Mets while in New York. Got to go by the Yankee Stadium, who we will be playing in the World Series. So yeah, good time.
Good stuff. Good stuff. What about yourself, Phil? Did your wallet take a pounding this week?
Not at all. No, I've had a really quiet week. I'm just I'm hoping we're gonna get some more early releases. But
Man,
we'll
this
see.
is too much sense for my liking. Teach me your ways, Mr. Miyagi. Like,
For real.
you need weeks like that, man. It keeps it sustainable. What about your Philly? Did you pick up anything? Did anything arrive in, or I didn't ask you already? Did
Yeah, I'm into. I'm a big Power Ranger fan, like Dockinator, and I got
Saw
the
that video.
So Gold Ranger, which is it's pretty great. I mean, it's it looks really good with the contrast of black and gold, and you gotta love that. It's kind of 90s kids era. I don't know if you watched Power Rangers growing up, but I'm a fan of the original MMPR, but this was the second best, and so I got this one, and also I got the White Dino Thunder. So I see a lot of companies, years ago I used to pray and hope they do Power Ranger figures. And I even went to a certain extent I did my own custom. And then later on, a third party started doing them. And then officially they signed up with 3.0, and now Sosa's doing them. So it's like plenty of Power Rangers to go around. So I'm happy with that.
Excellent stuff. Cool. At some point in the future, my new this week will be a C3PO. And Phil will go, you got that 6 months ago. And he's not wrong. It's just, I kind of have to open it because like I get it from Lion Rock and they give me a decent deal in it and all that kind of stuff. And part of the agreement is that like, not that it's a contract or anything, but like they give me a competitive price and then I review them and put their logo up. It's a fair trade. But I'm kind of like, I don't really want to do that until I get an R2. Even if they drop an R2 original trilogy tonight, then I won't get it for 18 months. I'm so tempted to go back and buy an original trilogy R2 deluxe because I just don't think I can pose C3PO without R2. But yeah, I'm gonna have to just review it and get over myself.
How come you don't want how come you don't want the Attack of the Clones one?
Because it's Attack of the Clones, Stephen. I'm really sorry.
That's the best art. It's got like the perfect weathering on it. Unless you want a really clean R2, man, that's my favorite R2. You can put it anywhere.
I like the deluxe one, man.
Yeah,
I like the original trilogy because it's original trilogy. I know it's a little nitpick thing, but it's like when you don't collect the prequels, it's like it wouldn't make sense. And then I actually, from looking into it and watching reviews and it just comes with like everything with the kitchen sink. Like, does the Attack of the Clones come with the same like amount of stuff? Or I think it's got a remote as well.
Yeah, it has a remote. It's got a bunch of accessories with it, but I don't use any of that stuff. I just haven't. I haven't actually posed with my Attack of the Clones 3PO, but I'm kind of in the same predicament. I don't have one with my like Return of the Jedi 3PO, but that one is still like my favorite version.
In my head, he's Dagobah anyway. He's dirtied up and he's
Yeah, I get that. And it's just, you know what's like when I think it's different if you're like you collect original trilogy and you collect prequels. So you're like hey, look, I'm going to get it anyway, and I can pose it next to Attack of the Clones to 3PO or another Attack of the Clones figure, or like Attack of the Clones, I don't know what, like Anakin or whatever, or Padme. But then when you don't, it's like, no, I kind of need to just
want that branding, man.
Yeah, I kind of want to stay the line, and it's a slippery slope, man. It's a slippery slope.
The clean one's really good. I mean, they're all really good in their own right, but yeah, the original trilogy one, that clean one is nice.
Yeah. So basically, I'm saying,
I have a question. Sorry, I have a question for a guy that still has the original Sideshow C3PO and R2D2. Would you recommend for me to upgrading or
yes?
Yeah, Steve's like
he was never gonna say no to that.
I never had the Sideshow one. I saw it actually at Graham Jedi Knight's Watch House, but I think you should check out his review. I think he may have done a side by side in his review of it, but it's considerably better, especially like with the die cast, and it's really nice. Yeah.
A lot of people are going to do a side by side between the sideshow Grievous and the Hot Toys Grievous.
man.
Only like one of them's going to be lying down, so it'll be weird. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. My new this week, the 89, which I was so flustered by, like, kind of focused on what, no pun intended, on what I was putting the photos I'm going to show you now, that I forgot to take a photo of the 89, which I got it with the Jackson shoe, Steve, and it's sitting downstairs in the movie icons display where it belongs, and it's sitting in perfectly in that diorama. I'm so glad I went deluxe on that. But yeah, the 89. But I just want to show you some what I've been up to. So I've been wiring. Obviously, I built the module cases, and I had to take everything out and put everything back in and rewire everything. And so I've been, connecting all my Luke lights to the very, very handy custom cable management kit with a magnetic front. I'll do it. Brian did good. So I've been rewiring all the lights for building the module case and wiring the lights for module cases, wiring the lights for the lead-ins, and then rewiring, say, things like my Star Wars light up display stands, diorama stands, fusion reactors, kind of lightsabers, that kind of stuff. But you can't really see it here, but I bought this kit and it looks incredible. It does not do its justice. I'm just looking over it here now, and it's so obviously lit up on the arc reactor in the two hands. But the boots, there's little blue lights on the boots. And the beauty of this is I didn't have to really be too particular about hiding the wires, because there's wires hanging off the front of it anyway. So it was just like, it was just, yeah, well worth it. But this is fusion reactors. I'm going to be giving away the Mark III 2.0 light up kit later. Nice. This is on my finest hide the wires work. That's actually the Mark 6, not the 2.0. It's actually the original, and this is my favorite armor. So I've got the battle damage parts on. Now this is actually fully lit up. Again, it's probably not coming across as well, but it's standing on a Terminator base. But the beauty of it is the wire is going down his left leg, going directly behind, and then taking a left turn. So if you squint, you might be able to see the wire going into the corner. And the beauty things about the Bleedens, once you get that wire to the corner, because the wires are black and the frames are black, they just disappear. So a little bit of black tape and gone. So I was really happy with this. This was so satisfying to get done, frustrating to do, but satisfying to get done. This bad boy's lit up now. You can kind of see the wire coming off his left foot there and then going over to the thing, because it has a connector on it. But I just love this War Machine. I was really happy with this. Pose not coming through as good as the photo I sent you yesterday, Phil. This is the Kenobi Vader light up base. I had Kenobi on it, but I just felt there wasn't enough clearance between the top of his head and the top of the Bleeding. And okay, Vader's a tall figure anyway, and with this base it just adds him a bit taller, and you can fit him in, but there was just like, I'd say like a millimeter between the top of his helmet and the glass. So I just gave it to Luke, and I just really like the way it looks. Yes, he's not a stormtrooper, but I just love the look of this. I've got Alec Guinness on. I like that. This is my favorite though, man. So I was wiring CC Fells, and I've got some Neo LED ones from R15 Custom coming too, to see the difference between them, because he claims that like they light up all the way to the tip, they're USB powered. He said they're unbreakable. Okay. And they don't give off heat. So I ordered two Ahsokas, the long one, the short one from the live action Mando, one for the Vader, Return of the Jedi one, which can double as a Kenobi, and one for Alec Guinness. So I'm looking forward to putting that together. But I love this because there's a hole right underneath. I drilled a hole into the bottom of the Bleedens is metal, but I got a thing called a hole saw, and it kind of drills like 1.5 inch diameter hole into the bottom, but you can't see it here, but that's why the wire's just feeding right down through there. But man, the fact that this comes with the regular and not the deluxe, I think someone messed up there, because this is the better base in this Besman kit. So all of these things, that's what I've been at. Ahsoka, I still have one of her blades. I broke the other one. I don't think this figure gets enough love. I get it, but when I see this, I just remind of that episode from The Mandalorian, which I just think is some of the best Star Wars content I've ever seen in my life, man. Steve, this is where, okay, I will not go to town on Ahsoka, the series. I will not gush about it because I'm not into it. But my God, like that season 2 Mandalorian, her first live action appearance, her performance, the action, the storyline, the choreography, the fact that like Michael Biehn is in it, the introduction to Beskar Spear, and with that Kill Bill-esque inspired, the intro, the mist and the fog, and she's just, okay, this is like peak Jedi, but you know what I'm saying, like, but she's technically not a Jedi though, would that be right? Or did she actually, but like, loved it. So this is what it's looking like at the moment.
Nice.
I can die happy now, I think. And then this is what it's mounted on. So the troopers they're guarding and holding that area safe for the Jazzinc 89. So
Nice.
They're mercenaries. They're mercenaries. So yeah, sorry, I went off on a tangent. I think we got to do a duck race now, guys. Folks, please don't join right now because I've added the new members. That's T-Ria, Loki, Loki Collector and Blurred Dad Life. We're going to do a 60-second duck race. We will do some later on, but I just want to make sure, I just want to be very clear on what this is for. So just don't join mid duck race or I won't be able to add you. This is going to be for the Mark III 2.0 Fusion Reactors Light Up Kit. So I'm going to share the screen now and we'll do the first duck race. Best of luck to everyone.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck,
everyone. Okay. Right. All 31 names there. You can see 31 there. So best of luck, everyone. And set. And here we go. This is for the Fusion Reactors Mark III 2.0 Fusion Reactors Light Up Kit. All 31 channel members. Thanks for your support. Here we go. Can you guys hear the quacking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We got the
I think you need the quacking. Is it very loud?
Right. No, it's good.
Taking the lead.
So how this is going to work is whoever wins, if they're in the chat, super, just message me on Instagram. And if they're not, we'll give them a few days maybe. Evil Squeaker!
Evil Squeaker's on the way.
Look at that helmet. Look at
He's
that
got the helmet as well, man.
Oh, Silver Fox.
Ian. Who gave Ian a... This is so entertaining and it shouldn't be.
It's always the underdog, so Uncle Moose here right behind. Oh.
I think it's Kenneth Jake. No, 10 seconds left. He's going to gas out.
Calvin.
Who is this person?
Oh,
Ryan Smith.
yeah.
Ryan Smith.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay. So Ryan Smith is in the chat, I believe. So Ryan Smith, look, obviously best of luck to everyone. He won't, like, Ryan has supported the channel since day one, so that's just nice when that happens. Shout out to the 60 people watching live. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Consider becoming a channel member. I can add you and we can do another giveaway later on. So Ryan Smith has won the Fusion Reactors Mark III 2.0 light up kit for that. So happy days, good stuff. I'm going to address the chat one quickly. Alien Romulus pre-order till the end of this week. Do you mean as in you think the pre-order will be on the end of this week? I watched Romulus again on Friday night. It's available in digital. My score hasn't changed. It's a 3-star. I think there's some very good things about it, but I think maybe it suffers in the third act. But I enjoyed it, and that Xenomorph looks incredible. Alan, we got to get you back in the show, man. This guy's an absolute legend. Please follow him on Instagram at 6 Scale Gallery. Very, very talented photographer. Die-hard Batman fan. He's my go-to if I ever want to customize anything. And he gave me a beautiful Jackson Jew cape for my DX19, which, he started the addiction, the custom capes. Okay, so let's talk about something else. We will continue on with the second of 4 channel member giveaways. Okay, Philly. Oh, Ryan Smith, just message me on Instagram and I'll get your details and I'll send it on to you. Philly, what are you talking about? We've spoken about New and we spoke about the Night Troop, and we kind of need to speed things up because do you want to do Snap? Do you want to do Face Off? Venom? Baylan Skoll?
Let's
Catwoman?
do Venom.
Venom, cool. Okay, so we've got the Venom here somewhere. All right, give us your thoughts.
It's definitely getting closer to a more comic accuracy, but when it comes to comic accuracy, it's like you have to pull from different representations from comic book artists. So I think it's a good blend of that. They did use an old Hot Toys Venom movie body, but I don't know. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think because the price is really high, they use some special kind of hue paint, sort of similar to the RoboCop, where it has this kind of bluish, purplish, hue, or it could be the lighting. I'm not really sure, but I think I saw Justin's personal video when they go out and record that, and it did seem like it had like a special hue. So that's something definitely a plus. P-Rock is not a fan of the bumpy suit, but I don't see Hot Toys resculpting a new body for this particular Venom. But I'm definitely
Venom
in.
Smooth in the comic or what? My memories.
Well, it's a comic, so they're not gonna draw texture. But yeah, he does look smooth, and in the movie they get more of a structure, kind of like a bumpy skin tone. But I think I like it. I mean, it's what we've been asking all this time. It definitely has the insignia. I'm not a fan of the video game version because it's just a little too different for me, and it's too big.
Huge.
This is perfect for me because it just reminds me of the comic line Maximum Carnage, which I used to collect when I was a little kid. So definitely a good storyline, and I think it's a good, definitely going for the collection, coming to the collection, and looking forward to it. It has two really good head sculpts too. I love those.
Yeah, these this is where do we even start with this? Okay, I'm trying to be economical with my thoughts. When it says comic book accurate, if they really wanted to do this, wouldn't it be like that they go, okay, this is a comic book accurate 6 scale Venom, and then go from this artist X, Y, or Z? And
I thought about that too, but I think they would have to pay money to that person. So they pull from different artists.
Okay.
So that we don't have to pay.
Because then they could open up the floodgates. Then they could have like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's probably better off for the diehard Venom fan.
I would love
think
a Jim Lee
incredible.
Wolverine, but they had to pull different Wolverines from that. So.
I think this looks incredible. It's just not a character that I particularly. I won't be collecting any of the Hono or the comic book line stuff. Like, I just have to put the guardrails up. Like, it just looks amazing. Though I think that looks incredible. But yeah, it's interesting. Like, a lot of people are crying out for this, but then I suppose now that it's here, they don't necessarily want it, or they felt they could have done better. I know Brick is a diehard Spider-Man and Venom fan, but I listened to Wolfpack Wednesday. I always listen to Wolfpack Wednesday on the Thursday, and he kind of itemized like why different reasons why he wasn't 100% sold on this, and it made a lot of sense as well. Obviously, he has the eye for what it should look like, but so it's like it's marketed as comic book accurate, but then you have like say Brick and P-Rock who know the character, and they're breaking down little things where that's not necessarily accurate, because it's a reuse of the Tom Hardy Sony movie. Yeah, so I suppose maybe that's what people see it as lazy.
Yeah,
still looks good though. Looks creepy.
Well, anytime that Hot Toys invests in a kind of like a unique body, they're gonna milk milk it as much as they can. Expect a new She-Hulk, because they're not gonna use that for one time. There's gonna be many more. So
this is us Brick here. So it says either way, he looks amazing. It's just not comic accurate, so he should be named something different, like a comic concept or something like that. Yeah, I get you. Let me ask, if this is the only comic book Venom we will get, will you be okay with that? For me, I presume you're not talking to me because I don't have a horse in this race. But I think maybe that's a question to the panel who are into Venom. So Who are the diehard Venomists on the panel? Good question, Brick.
Yeah, it's a good question. I'm happy with it. I do have a theory really quick, and I don't know if I hope I'm not right, but my theory originally was that when I first saw a picture from like a leaked picture of this guy, I thought it was the movie Venom, and I thought they finally gave him the insignia. But then
Yeah, man.
I think Jose said no, it has Marvel next to it. So I was like, But then again, are they going to make a movie Venom from a third movie? I don't know.
Yeah, they will.
So,
Probably.
Hot toys be hot toys. Yeah, they're going to make that horse, man. You heard it here first.
That'd be wild.
They're going to make that horse. Yeah, it's like the thing is, I think they nailed the. I don't think they're good movies, those two Venom movies, but I really like Tom Hardy, and I think they as much I kind of have a rough idea what he looks like in the comic book, but I've never read a Venom comic book, but I have read comics. The way it is, because my collecting is rooted in my love of movies, if a movie is that bloody good, I'm like, oh my god, this is based off a book, I'm going to read the book. Like Dune 1 and 2, I went and read that book, and I'm glad I did. Now I'm reading Messiah. It made me read because it was that good. And when I was a kid, I read, but I wasn't like a diehard bookworm, but because movies were my thing. And then when I saw something that was so good, I was like, I wanted to kind of learn more about it. So that's how I go back, and I've read like a bunch of comic books and stuff like that, but I've never read a Venom. And I think I still think the visual look of the Venom in those two Sony movies is good. I just think the humor is ridiculous. Like, it's funny, but like, if in that new ad, the kind of like we have Venom. It's like I'm not sure the character's going to do that.
That was pretty good, Shane.
Say again?
I said that was pretty good, man.
All right, thanks. Yeah, so look. Yeah, we have, and it's like, and he's kind of, we need to work on that. But like,
That's good.
it's kind of, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's the way the personality of Venom is supposed to be. But then again, what do I know? Please, okay, yeah, here we go. Good stuff. I'm gonna practice. Man, I'll never be able to do it like that again. I'm just gonna roll on here, but yeah. But you know the piece I'm talking about. All right, someone else talk. Phil, what you think?
I mean, I'm the same. I wouldn't be able to differentiate between movie, comic, and all the rest of it. But I'd love to see one of these figures in hand, because I've never seen one, not even in any sort of comic book shop near me or Forbidden Planet or anything. I'd just love to see one in hand. Would I ever buy one? Unless this third movie is spectacular, then probably not, but it's still impressive.
Shiny is saying to Ryan Smith, imagine if the third movie is a masterpiece. And Shiny, don't be joking ever. Like, never.
You know,
Christian,
I do like
Cooper.
I do like the movies. I think like you, I like Tom Hardy, so I'm a fan of Tom Hardy. I think the films are okay. It's just
there's a lot of hype for the third movie, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sony's just throwing kind of like some talk like they've done before. So.
Yeah, because I still haven't seen Man and Web. I mean, obviously I've heard how bad it is, but
yeah, I think it all depends on like what they like. I know they're calling it The Last Dance, but I think, is it going to have any implications on the MCU? I think that's like one of the big questions I think that they were kind of talking about, is like with Null coming into the picture and Secret Wars potentially like around the corner, is any of this going to be factoring into that? I think that's like they're opening that part of this. So
there seems to be a lot of buzz, particularly around this figure. I mean, I've never seen people sort of talking about, or never really noticed people talking about a Venom release as much as I have with this one. So there seems to be a bit of a buzz around this figure, and whether it's because the movie is due for release.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see if they do another, like, I feel like another Tom Hardy character is probably, like, a Tom Hardy character is probably gonna happen, like an Eddie Brock. Is there gonna be is he gonna get the spider logo in this movie? Like, I feel like there's probably
surely to God,
but there's probably a big potential of that happening.
Did he have it in the game Spider-Man 2?
Yeah, he's got it in the game. Yeah. So and then is that gonna happen? And then are they gonna introduce, like, are they gonna release that figure Like, it's just, there's so many, they're starting to get into so many Venoms now. And then they keep sabotaging themselves. Like, there's so many people who canceled VGM because of this one being announced. You know, I actually just got out of VGM Spider. I just sold all my VGM Spider-Man stuff because I can't bring myself to pose those figures without damaging them. And I feel bad. Like, I was like, oh, I'm going to get this Venom, and Spider-Man and Miles are going to be, you know, Peter and Miles just going to be posed up in museum pose next to this giant Venom. So I bailed on the VGM figures. But, yeah, there's just... Yeah, go ahead, Shane, if you're going to say something.
No, as in, again, that you do need to do that. You need to go, okay, this line is cool, but I'm going to have to pass on it because I'll never survive. You know what I mean? It's like, that I was rewatching Van Wilder recently. Megan had never seen it. And, you know, that line, it's like, don't take life so serious. You'll never get out alive. And it's like, don't take collecting so serious. You'll never get out alive. If you collect everything, forget it. You're done. I really like this point, Macho Grande. At this scale, if they made it smooth, it would look like a toy, like the Mono Venom. And this is so true because some things, I'm a big advocate of, if you are a director and you're directing a movie, you're not directing a book. Your job is not to recreate the book page per page or do, you know, the comic book exactly comic book accurate. Some things don't translate from comic book to screen. Some things don't translate from computer game to comic book or from whatever. Some things don't translate from comic book to figure or from movie to figure very well. Like, and I think maybe this is an example. I think I kind of tend to agree here. But yeah, I think that's a good point there, to be honest.
Can I get a point in real quick?
Of course you can. Yeah, real quick.
And I'm unaware, so if a forklift goes by and it gets loud, I apologize. Love the figure. I already have two from the first movie, so I definitely don't need a third one. But I do love all the comic accurate things that go with it, especially the chest emblem and the eyes from McFarlane. I will say I ran into Danny Cates, the creator of Null. Was I believe the big bad for the new movie coming out. And I'll be honest, didn't know who the man was. I'm still learning about Noel, to be honest. But he told us that he had seen the movie, and he said he was very happy with the result that he saw of it. And he said he believes this will be the best movie of the three. Not to mention that this is not the last we'll see of Noel. I believe he'll be moving over to the MCU. He did make it clear. He's like, no, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I'm biased, but I don't see how you guys won't be happy with this. So I look forward to seeing it for that. And
did he confirm Nola's coming to the MCU?
Without so many words, but yes, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, if they hired a serious actor, which I think I know who he is, they definitely investing in that character, kind of like they did with sort of Thanos.
Can't believe Adam Sandler is playing Null, man. That's crazy. Cool. I actually learned a lot about Null because I never heard of him before, and I learned a lot from this man, Brick Artemis, on rewatching the Wolfpack. Donny Cates hated what they did with Venom in the first movie, and he allowed them to use his character in the third, which said a lot. This is the guy who created Null. Good stuff. Okay, thank you. All right. Anyone to closing thoughts on this before we move on?
One thing too, I admire your restraint, Shane, because this, if you think about it, this is sort of a brand new category that we've been asking for years, a comic line. And there's if you notice that since the properties are almost drying out, there hasn't been any movies since the strikes. They've been doing a lot of comic stuff. Even a brand new company called Hono. I think Hono was built to combat those, third-party companies on all those, comic lines. So this is a brand new category. So you better be ready because, once you commit, or you can, scale it down and sell it back too.
And that is exactly why you just said it there. They're doing a brand new category in Hono line and everything because there's no movies coming out and because of the strikes there for the last year before, whatever. But they're also going back into the Terminator line. Mm-hmm.
2.0s.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? This is me, like Chuck Norris, doesn't sleep, he waits. This was me waiting for that T1000 or that improved, maybe clean T800, or maybe they do that Xenomorph for Jungle Hunter, and then it's That's my time to shine. Okay, so who wants... do you want to do the snap? Anyone want to do the snap?
God's sake,
Okay.
someone pick Face Off, because Jose haven't shut up about it. He's in the chat and he's like, Face Off, Face Off, Face Off.
Okay, so it's what we'll do is we'll do the snap. We'll do another duck race giveaway. Again, feel free to join. I can add you in, but I'm going to do the same again. But Ryan Smith obviously won the first one, so I'm not going to take him out. If he wins this one, I have to rerun it. But yeah, so it's like one prize per channel member, just to keep it spread out a bit. Okay, so I've got to get the snap. Okay, right. So yeah, I was kind of in a rush, and there was a bit of method in my madness. It seems like every single week, week in, week out, and this week is no different. We're talking about some form of Iron Man. So 72 people watching live, much appreciated. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It does help to promote the channel. Okay, from the top down, if you had to snap one of these away, and we're talking about the figures here, to be fair, if you could never own one, snapped into dust, which one would you snap away, Phil?
Mark 1.
Mark 1, yeah? You prefer the
Yeah.
Mark 2? Interesting. Okay, good stuff. Steve?
Yeah, Mark 1. Mark 1's getting snapped.
Okay. Philly?
Mark 1. Yeah, definitely.
Man.
yeah.
Calvin?
I mean,
Okay, you're going?
I'm not watching the screen right now. I'm just listening to you guys, but I'll go with Mark 2. I'm sorry, Mark 1 to be snapped. So I'll keep
Okay,
Mark 2.
okay. I'm going to be the outlier here, and
No.
I'm going to snap Mark 2 and keep the Mark 1 because I have the Mark 3 2.0. It's beautiful, it's stunning, it's just there. It's amazing. And this is the same, just an unpainted version, essentially. I know someone's going to fact check me in the credits. Essentially, it's an unpainted Mark 3. And the Mark 1 is so different, and it's the first one. I know Mark 3 is the first one, is actually Iron Man. I get that. But because the Mark 1 is so different, that's my logic. But yeah, thanks very much. Love the opposing opinions here. Okay, suit-ups. 2 iconic suit-ups. In fairness, these are 2 of the ones that stand out to me. Mark 5 Formula 1 track suit-up from Iron Man 2, or the Mark 7 suit-up from Avengers, just released. If you can only own one of these, which one are you snapping away? Phil?
Mark 7.
You snap that away and keep the Mark 5, yeah?
Yep.
Interesting. Steve?
Snap the 5.
Snap the
Mark
5, keep the
7.
7.
The more iconic to me personally is what I would say is the
Yeah,
Mark
no, I get
7
that, I get
suit-up,
that.
But they're both
Tough
really, you're
call.
right, they're both really cool and both two like
I-
really awesome
I-
scenes. But yeah, I'd lean more towards 7 for
I
me.
get the final suit. I probably prefer the Mark 7. It's just the way we were introduced to that Mark 5 suit. I just
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Philly?
Yeah, definitely snap the Mark 7. The Mark 5 is awesome because it's so old tech. You love it.
Yeah. And Calvin, so you remember, you're not snapping the Mark 5 and the Mark 7, you're snapping the opportunity to own the Mark 5 suit up or the Mark 7 suit up. So Calvin, what would you snap?
I love me some 5, but I'm keeping that 7.
Okay, so you'd snap the 5. Okay, my logic here is that if I'm getting one of these suit ups, which I'm not, then I want the accompanying figure. So which one am I realistically gonna buy? And that's a tough call, like, because the obvious one is the Mark 7. It's like, it's incredible. It's, it's that kind of the last of, well, not the last, but it was the bulkiest humor, I feel, bulkiest armor, I feel. Still had the classic colors of the red and gold, but I think I'm gonna go opposite and go, I'd snap the Mark 7 because I think I'd be more than likely to get the Mark 5 suit up because it's very different to anything else I have in my collection. I've got a bunch of Iron Man, but I mean, I've got like the quarter scale Mark 3 with the red and gold. I've got the 6 scale Mark 6, the 6 scale Mark 3 2.0. I've got the construction version here, so there's a lot of red and gold going on. And because the Mark 5 is so bloody different, I think that's my logic there. So
You should have said which head sculpt you're going to snap.
And you know what? It has a better head sculpt. The Mark 5 has a better head sculpt.
Yeah.
I do think. I think the Mark 7, he's kind of got that Marlon Brando kind of, look a bit.
I think after you try and put that Mark 5 together, you'll reconsider.
True, but I have just
is a
built magic
pain.
cases and I'm still here. Okay, so this one's tough.
This is tough.
Would you snap? And we'll go, you can go to most up-to-date version. Would you snap the Mark III Iron Man 2.0 and never own it, or the Mark VI Iron Man 2.0 and never own it? And no, the 6 doesn't come with the gantry. It's the basic one without the gantry.
6.
Phil, you'd snap the 6 and keep the 3, okay?
Yeah.
Steve, you got that gantry recently, which means you got the Mark 6.
Yeah, you allowed me to get out of this one, because I was gonna say, if you put the gantry in the mix, I don't know, like that piece is like, it looks, but to me that has like, that's a more total package that you get with the 6 versus the 3. But if you're just going standard suit, I would say snap the 6. We're just going suit only.
Philly, I see you nodding.
Yeah, snap the 6, because the Mark III it was the only practical suit they used in the movie, so you gotta admire that.
It's the only what?
Practical?
What do you mean? It's
It was a practical suit they built at Stan Winston.
right.
And then
It was like,
down the line,
I
it was all
see.
CG.
Wait, was Stan Winston involved in
Yeah, on the first
in
suit.
Iron Man 1?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
They
Did not
built
know
the suit,
that.
a practical
Man,
suit.
that's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Check
Yeah,
the behind the scenes on the
That's
Iron
cool,
movie,
man.
you'll see. Yeah.
I thought he might have. I suppose he only passed away recently, but yeah, man, that's really cool. Yeah, man. This was near impossible. You know what? Like the Mark 6 is. I have the I suppose the 2.0, the first diecast one, still incredible. I don't think I'm going to upgrade to the 6. Even Justin's review said that there's only minor differences. He did say the 6, the 2.0 was better, but mostly because of the paint apps. But he said there wasn't a clear 2.0. Now, yeah, the Mark 6 is still my favorite armor, but since I got the Mark 3, I was like, okay, this, if you had to own one, I think if you're buying one Iron Man, the Mark 3 2.0 is the one to get. But I just can't turn my back on my favorite armor, so I'll have to snap the Mark 3. Tough, folks.
Damn.
Dan, 6K reviews. How you doing? Do you like my jumper, Dan? Myself and Dan got the same jumper in the Guinness storehouse, and then we wore them and walked around like absolute morons for hours. But good times. Okay. All right, so we'll do another duck race, will you, folks? Do another duck race. Okay. So if you're just joining us, folks, this is the channel member giveaway kind of stream that we were promoting for the last few weeks there. We've done one already. This particular one, I'll show you what this is the second of 4 channel member giveaways. Ryan Smith is exempt from this one. He's already won. I want to kind of spread it out a bit. So this one's interesting. Steve would be interested in this. So this is, again, courtesy of Fusion Reactors light up kits. It is actually a green Luke Skywalker LED 1/6 saber. So that's what this is for now. So we're gonna just share the screen, and we're gonna share the duck race. And I just want to make sure I don't think anyone else has joined in the meantime. So share this tab, and we should have 31 ducks. Of course, Ryan can't win; he's already won. And yep, we have 31. Okay, good. I'm gonna start. Best of luck to all the ducks. And this is for the saber.
Good luck.
Nice.
A group of grown men watching animated ducks. Monday Night Madness, folks.
DuckTales.
DuckTales, yeah. Ben Thomas is he's making an early dash, but it seems that Joker 2 is catching up to him there. That's Philip the Fool, is it? Philip the Fool.
And again, creeping up as always.
Figure crap.
Thierry on the outside. Okay, some of these ducks have gassed out. The EPO is wearing off.
No, Ryan Smith again. Oh, no.
Jim Collector.
Someone's coming.
Oh, The two panel members got like
I dropped
absolutely
back
shafted.
again.
Wait, I don't believe it.
So close.
Oh, that is gas. I'm actually so Ian, aka H and Silver Fox. So I'm just gonna erase again.
He crept and won.
Okay, so Ian, if you're watching, Ian
Fuck you.
has won the
Rigged.
exactly, yeah. So how can you rig the unless you how can you rig the duck yolk? Right, so Ian has won a 1/6 scale LED Luke Skywalker lightsaber. It's a green one. Okay, let's move this along. So we'll go back and we've got 2 more giveaways to do, but let's move this along. All right. So Calvin, have you chose yet? I'm not sure if you can see the screen, but
I
we still have
haven't,
to talk.
but let's go with Catwoman.
Okay, grand. I'm just going to share that screen. So here we go. And all right. Okay, so look, we'll take a quick look at the prices and then we'll just have a chat about this. I know it's been chatted a lot, but no harm. Okay, so there's 5 different SKUs. You've got the basic clean, it's $315. Remember, this is not including your shipping, VAT, customs, profit that the company might take is in, not Jazzinc, because I understand they have to make their money as well. Say if you're buying it from, I don't know, Spec or Once a Kit or whatever. So basic clean, $315. The battle damage, the basic battle damage, $340. The deluxe clean, $450, and the deluxe battle damage $490. That's all the rooted hair and stuff. And then the all-in deluxe clean and deluxe battle damage $950. Okay, and that comes with everything that both of them come with, and the Hell Here light up diorama base, which I gotta say, even though it's behind the paywall, I kind of want it. I mean, it's just it's times like this. It's times like this I just think,
It will be mine. Oh, yes. It will be mine.
but then I see the price and I think, okay. I'm gonna guess on this one. Calvin, I know Calvin. Calvin's gone 2-pack on that, definitely. I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna guess that Philly has possibly gone 2-pack as well, or is considering it. That's a nod. I know Steve has recently got into 89 in returns. Tip's hat. I think he could be tempted, but maybe hasn't made a decision yet, but is possibly interested in one of these. Am I right or wrong? Or
yeah, I haven't ordered this yet. I'm probably, if I order it, I'm probably going to wait until a little bit closer to the end of the cutoff.
Yep. It's November 17th.
One, so I
My
have
birthday?
a little bit more. Yeah,
To sign?
Oh, nice. One, that's good to know. So I'll know when I wish you a happy birthday that I need to make sure I order this that day.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
by that day. The only way I'm getting this is if I go all in. I'll just say that. So I'm
Okay.
either all or none on this one.
Okay.
So I have that decision to make in the next few weeks here. I like, for me, the diorama is something that like I feel like I like really want to have, and I just like the everything you get here. I personally think like this is a fair value when you look at everything that, like, when you look at one thing that we get from Hot Toys, that's an artisan figure, and that amount of money that it's pushing, and then you take this and you're getting 6 head sculpts, 3 rooted head sculpts, really nice like diorama base. There's just all the materials. You're not getting a pleather suit, so I think the value is there, basically for whatever you do end up getting. But yeah, that diorama base, and just like this is their first figure. I feel like it's something cool to be a part of, like a company's like very first licensed figure that they're doing too. Like there's something to that of this being their first one. And like, yeah, I'm a kind of a unique like 89 in Returns Batman fan, because I just watched the movies this year. I had never seen them, and now I've watched them both twice, and now I'm like peak Batman hype, not only for this but also like 22 and the Penguin. Like I'm like just really hype all around for Batman right now. So
don't bury the lead, man.
I mean,
You know what you did.
oh, of
you know
course.
what you
Oh,
did.
yeah. So my Hot Toys Batmobile just sold. The '89 Jazzinc's Batmobile's coming home. So,
Oh yes.
yeah,
Congratulations.
so I'm kind of like all in on Batman stuff right now. So yeah, it's either gonna be all. I'm probably gonna end up pulling the trigger on the 2-pack.
Okay. You know what's interesting? I see this. Peter, I've seen a lot of people say this as well, and like he said, oh wait, sorry. No, I think sorry, it's the original comment. It's ridiculous that the only way you can get the Hell Here light up base is to spend $1,150. He definitely lost some people for that. I think it's impossible to keep. I get your point. Definitely see your point. I think it's impossible to keep everyone happy, and I think that like some people would be like, yeah, they don't want the diorama base because it will stay in the box. So then it's like, you know, if let's say you put it in with the deluxe and you added X amount of money on for that, people are like, oh, I don't want that. You know, in the same way that some people are like, oh, I don't want 3 head sculpts. You know, so it's very hard to keep that in. Like, and if you look at it, if you look at the two, so doing the maths on this, like let's go back out to the SKUs. Like if you add up, say, the deluxe, clean deluxe battle damage together, that works out as what, like $940. Whereas then for an extra €10, €10 or $10 you can get the Dio base, you know. Now I know obviously he's factored in a savings there as well. It doesn't actually cost $10, but like I can kind of, yeah, I can see your point, and at the same time I can kind of see how, as he said, I think on Layout Stream, it could end up as a lot of people said it could just end up as box fodder. But man, the interesting thing is if I lean towards battle damage, because even though it's just capturing a moment, I think it adds a lot more character, a lot more realism. So for me, I'd be leaning towards the deluxe battle damage. And if it came with the Dio, I have to say, Peter, I would have pulled the trigger already. But now I'm thinking it doesn't make sense. Even that wouldn't make sense, because the battle damage wouldn't make sense with her standing on that, because she's more, I'd associate that with like the clean scene. So now I'm just like, Jeff, let's go have 2. It's just, yeah, you know, and I'll make it work. But this is, Shane, I suppose, going back to the original. Go on. He
also mentioned that the Penguin's coming up, because they said we would love a diorama of the ice lounge or wherever the Penguin's at. And that's where the battle damage was. He said that might be a possibility coming down with the Penguin. So
yeah, it's true.
Maybe we'll pair that up.
Yeah, and it's like, but now our conversation comes full circle. Like, as in, this is why I can't invest in a lot of things that look cool. I pass on so many things that look cool, or things that I like to get the things I love. And for me to like go, oh man, that Iron Man looks cool. It's slippery slope. Because even like, I know that they're going to announce that Xenomorph from Romulus, and I'm not sold on Romulus as a movie. And like, we saw what happened with Prey. I actually really like Prey, and I'm going to get that Predator, but at the same time, it's the Jungle Hunter that I want. And now they seem to be teasing that, and all the stuff they're teasing is actually happening. So am I going to be in a situation where I'm like, okay, now I've got, okay, Prey is my second favorite Predator movie, but realistically, if they do the Jungle Hunter, I'm going to get that too. And then when the time comes, you're like, oh man, I'm strapped for space. I got to keep the one that means more, which is obviously the original like Predator one, and the other one goes. So now I'm thinking, if they put Romulus Xenomorph out there, even though it looks incredible, am I going, man, are they going to announce an alien or aliens? Are they going to actually do a Ripley at some point? Is it worth having patience and saving money? You know what I mean? So it's passing on a few things every now and then.
Yeah, because aside from Deadpool and Wolverine, I mean, and possibly Dune this year, we haven't really had anything character-based, have we? That I can remember anyway. So I think they're going to continue with 2.0s and...
This is a solid point, though. He could have sold it separately to whoever wanted it. Yeah, true. He could have. But I suppose that's just the direction he went in, and you know, he could. At the end of the day, he calls the shots. So it's yeah, that's the 2-pack's $9.50, and if you want it, or wherever you're going to buy it from. So
Yeah.
think about it. 1/6 kit includes shipping, so the $1,150 price tag is justified. It's shipping, and they got to get it cost as well. You know what I mean? Like $9.50 is direct from Yoast, and that's without VAT, or that's without that's without your. He's okay. The VAT doesn't come into it because that's a European thing. That's not an American problem. It's an overseas problem. So if you're buying it, it's going to cost you $1,150. And out of that $200 upcharge, part of that is shipping for what I consider is probably going to be a box like an INART Joker 2-pack box or a similar size. And then kit their business, they're going to have to make money as well, you know? I mean, you think you got problems? If I want to order direct from Yoast, it's 23% on top of the total price. So Batmobile is not $1,499. You add on top of that, it's $300. So that's $1,800 for the shipping, and then 23% of that. So, tell you, man, count your blessings. But yeah. So Dan was saying there, it's collecting a lot of this is. It's collecting a lot of this is common. Not sure where everyone shits themselves when it's Jazzinc. Yeah, I get you. So, yeah.
Is this the same as the Batmobile then, Shane? Are they shipping some direct from the Netherlands and some from Hong Kong?
Oh yeah, I've got my Catwoman copy at all. It's called the Zero Batch, man. What was the batch name? What's the batch called?
Influencer
Test batch. Yeah.
Test batch.
No. I do not have it.
Sorry. In terms of like 1/6 kit charging what he's charging, is there a batch being produced and shipped from Hong Kong and a batch being produced and shipped from the Netherlands?
I don't know.
It's all coming from Hong Kong.
Yeah,
I think so, because them having on the interview I did with Yoast, he said that them work. I asked him like how long they've had a factory in Hong Kong. I was like, for years. It wasn't like, I thought it was because of the Jazzinc 89. He kind of outsourced that. No, he said it was actually for years he'd been working with Hong Kong, and now I think a lot of the bodies and the clothes and stuff like that, for the Catwoman, they're doing in Hong Kong. So
right, okay.
Yeah, so what I think, so that means, man, this is like a panel of 5, and 4 of these guys are leaning towards the 2-pack. And what about yourself, Phil? You have any interest in either of any of the SKUs?
No, it's a phenomenal figure, but it's just one of those, again, it's like the Ahsoka line. They're fantastic figures. This is a fantastic figure, but if I get one, then that means I've got to get a Batman to go with it and a Batmobile to go with it. So, I can't. At this stage, I can't. At the moment.
It's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, 100%.
It is a rabbit hole.
But it's a stunning figure.
I think I'm just going to flick through some of the images here. I'm going to move us here and flick through some of these images. They're very small the way they're like this. It's really annoying the way it just kind of pops up like that. The Sideshow site did that since they revamped it, but look, we've seen them all a million times already, but I gotta say, man, this is probably coming out tiny on the screen now, but the scopes are incredible. I really like that neutral one on the right. I think it's really like her. It's just incredible stuff. So, but yeah, look. They're like, I don't think there's a bad sculpt there. Some look more like her, but and some are capturing moments, but some are really good. Like, I love that one on the right there. It's just,
I would say if I was getting it, I'd have to get the 2-pack. You'd have to.
It's just, it's to get 6 head sculpts is just like, what other figure are you going to get 6 head sculpts and 3 of them rooted? Like, if you were to do that for like a custom, you're beyond the price of this entire 2-pack if you want to do that just for the head sculpts alone in a lot of cases. So that's why I say like the value's there. Like it's interesting. I feel like I'm hearing a lot of people mention to me like, I'll just wait for the Hot Toys one, and for me, I'm kind of in the boat of like, so let's say Hot Toys does an artisan one that's going to be probably pushed. Let's say they do the same diorama base because that's what they want to do, the same base. And they give you maybe one figure with a couple head sculpts, and it's half the price of this, right? But then the whole entire outfit on the Hot Toys one is pleather. Like, what one are you gonna want to get? Like, because the one big complaint about the Dark Knight Rises Catwoman is some people were getting the pleather damage right out of the box. And like the pleather outfit is one of like the biggest complaints. And we know, like, I mean, Hot Toys' track record, they're not going to do like a custom full proportionate body that replicates the actress, and they're not going to do an outfit really, unless maybe they do something new. So it's just, I don't know. I feel like sometimes it's like,
no, you're right, man. They're gonna ram She-Hulk's body into black pleather, and
exactly, they're gonna reuse stuff, right? Like this is almost like the way I look at this. It's almost like a custom piece that's being like put into the mainstream market because all these people are working on it, which is just a really unique thing. And I know, like, I see the hesitancy. I understand that when it's a company that like hasn't done a licensed figure, but they have a really good track record of doing like really accurate things that a lot of people are happy with, and it just seems like there's a feel-good thing, at least for me personally, around this figure and like all.
I think there is, man. I think there is, But and you know what? It like, oh my god, if they look, part of me kind of hopes Hot Toys does it because it's another option for people. I went for that 4-pack Joker because I just think the first movie is awesome, and I just love what they did. I think just works of art, and it's expensive, and I get that, but I'm glad they came out and did the single artisan version because, like, most normal people don't want 4 Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. But so I hope they do it for that point of view. But I am just not looking forward to the vitriol and verbal petrol bombs that people are going to throw at each other. Like, Team Jazzinc and the Jazzinc extremists on one side and the Hot Toys extremists on another side. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's
You gotta see where Yost is trying to, pinpoint this. This is the first figure, obviously, so a lot is riding on this. But also, he's trying to kind of focus on, I know the artisan line is brand new; it just started recently. But when we heard artisan, we thought craftsmanship, leather, everything, die cast, everything like that. But we've only gotten rooted hair, and we still haven't gotten an official release yet from Hot Toys. So here, he's doing die cast, he's doing, seamless body, he's doing, silicone and rooted hair. And that's the true definition of an artisan because it's fully craftsmanship, it's like you said, Steve, it's a custom. You're paying high end for the custom. And not only that, but he's also focusing on more bang for your buck. You're getting multiple head sculpts. And they're not, if you look at Mars Toys, you got, the Joker, the 66 Joker, that was a beautiful figure. But let's just say it wasn't rooted. It wasn't anything. But they gave you plenty of head sculpts for that. So I think he's positioning himself in a good market. And it is a little expensive, I admit. But if you think about it, the value for the bang for the buck is definitely right there, for sure.
Yeah. Keith Lee says, I think Jazzinc should post something on the page explaining options for different continents. The Facebook group is littered with questions. People don't understand where to buy from and the pricing. I'm going to, no disrespect towards Keith, obviously. And no disrespect to any Americans on my panel. Tough luck, guys. You're overseas now. We're in Europe and we can order direct and we don't care about you. This is not our problem. This is how we feel. We've got to find ways of not buying from Sideshow because we absolutely get screwed in ship. It's $50 to ship a figure. A normal, your standard trooper that costs you Stormtrooper Commander $220, Night Trooper $240. But then for us, it goes up to $270 or $290 respectively, and then you factor in 23%. Now that's not Sideshow's problem. That's just Irish law or EU law or whatever, or just VAT basically, And then there's import charge and stuff. So like, I'm sorry, folks, but this is we deal with this all the time. So you come to the wrong stream. Sorry, Keith. No disrespect at all. My advice would be simple. If you're in Europe, you can order from Jazz. I don't know outside of, is it just a European license or what? But then again, he did make it sound like, I think it was Hot Toys blocked the license. They didn't want them selling in America. So maybe it's just America. I think the best thing to do is just message Yost directly. Email Jazzinc. I live in Thailand. I live in the Philippines. I live in Canada or wherever, and go, can I buy direct from you, or do I need to go from 1/6 kit or a spec fiction? So
and it's just Canada and US, because I asked Yost, I could technically order this and have it shipped to Mexico, and I could just pick it up. I'm like 45 minutes from Mexico, but I'm not gonna do it because it's just it doesn't make any sense to do that.
You're smuggling 6 got figures in now. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, I see where this is going. Yeah. You got to connect. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually handy having that option.
Trust me, the thought crossed my mind to have them to do that as well. Because Philly is that close.
Interestingly, for some reason, now this is going to make Ireland sound like we have no electricity and that the internet was just connected last week, but I wanted to get The Mandalorian season 1 and 2 on 4K, and I just went on to Amazon, and they weren't allowed to ship them to Ireland. I was like, this is the most bizarre thing ever. And like, I've seen it in shops here, you can buy it here. I was like, what is that about? And anyway, I sent money to Ian. I got Ian to buy them for me, and then he tried to ship them to me 4 times, and they kept getting sent back through customs. Bizarre, do you know? So he still has them. Like, but yeah. So if anyone is in Ian's area and traveling to Dublin anytime soon, if you want to collect them up and smuggle them into the country for me, and I'll get you a beer. But yeah. So look, it's an exciting time. If we don't pick Face Off, Jose's going to have a conniption. So we're picking Face Off. Does anyone want... Phil knows the questions. He's quiz master. Thank you to Jose for doing the questions this week. And thanks for Phil for being quiz master. Does anyone want to challenge anybody? Anyone in? Anyone want to go toe to toe? Don't all rush. Don't all rush. I'll do it,
Steve?
but I just need one other person.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, brilliant.
I've never
Okay,
done
good
it.
stuff.
I've never done it, so I'll do it.
Okay, we're gonna get. You know, are you familiar with the format?
Can you remind me of the format for this?
We get a question. We have 3 questions each, so he's going to ask you a question and me a question. First question is like, I think it's in what year is movie X?
Oh, that's tough.
Released, and then the second question that we're both going to get a question: who directed movie Y? And then the third one is usually like who played character Z or something. So I'll get the music first. We got to switch over to private chat first of all, so that because people sometimes don't get it and they type the answers in the chat. So if we're switched over to private chat, we won't see it. So I'm switching over now.
Can I be a phone buddy for Steve if he needs to phone it in?
You know what? I'm going to allow it. I'm going to allow it. But
Okay.
I also want one phone buddy credit too, and so Calvin's going to be my phone buddy. So we've one credit. One credit.
Right.
Okay.
Deal.
So we get the music going, and the first question will be for you, Steve. So where is this? Okay. Where is that music? All right, here we go. Okay.
Ooh, oh, yeah.
Are we ready?
Yep.
So, Steve, I believe you're first.
I'm ready.
In what year did Gremlins release?
I don't know. Can I guess?
100%.
Or you can use your phone a friend.
I'm going to use it on this one because I think Philly might know. Or maybe not. Wait, do I have to say final answer?
I think I know, but I'm not really sure.
All right. Well,
Do you want to guess, Steve?
I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't even
Oh, I'm
want
going to get blamed for this. All right. 1980, the year I was born.
to guess. My phone a friend credit is gone.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
It was 1980.
Yes.
Don't say 84. Don't say 84.
I was going
It
to
was
guess
Oh,
1984.
I
right.
knew it. Oh, man. Sorry, Steve.
It's
Oh,
okay.
man. That was
Dang,
my
this is
second
hard,
guess.
man. Questions are...
Yeah,
Shame.
kudos to you, man.
They're vicious.
Oh, I should have gone with 84.
Dang, these are... Who's making
I
this?
think this is right up your street, Shane.
Oh,
In what year did Grease release?
Oh my god. That question was not the one that I wanted. This is okay. It's not. I don't think it's the 80s. I think you're going back 60. I don't know. It's kind of like a 60s style thing, but that doesn't mean it's released in the 60s. Okay, John Travolta. He was young. I'm gonna go. Was it pre-Star Wars? Was it pre-Star Wars? Oh, it was old. I'm gonna go 1977.
very, very close. 78.
Damn. Swing and a miss. Okay.
That was a good guess.
Thank you. Still got my credit too.
Just in case, just in case anybody needs reminding that Jose wrote these questions, as he keeps prompting in the chat.
He's tough.
Okay, so this is who directed. So Steve, this is for you.
I'm so screwed. I'm not good with directors, but okay.
George Lucas.
Directed Grease. So Steve, who directed the 2003 film Panic Room?
Oh, I know. We get no hints, right? I know who's in Panic Room. It's a good movie. That's Jamie Lee Curtis in that movie, right?
Yeah.
Is she in the movie?
No, it's Silence the Lamb.
Jodie Foster.
That's
Oh,
it.
Jodie Foster. They kind of look alike. They kind of get.
If Steve doesn't get it, I'm gonna have a guess. I know I won't get any points, but I think I know it.
Oh, dude. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think who directed. Go ahead. I don't know.
Do you want to have a guess anyway? Like it's random director and swinging.
I guess my only guess would be the actress who was in it. Like
that's not a bad call. That's what I do that sometimes.
She directed. That's what I would guess.
I think. So if he's right, he's right. I think it's David Fincher.
That is correct.
My man. Yep.
Unfortunately, it doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I did not.
Yeah. No, that's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, it's Fight Club, Social Network, Alien 3. Maybe I just leave that one off.
It's a good
Benjamin Button. Yeah.
Okay, Shane.
This is very challenging.
Who directed the original 1991 film Point Break?
Great movie.
Great movie. Very hard to find in streaming services. Damn it. Oh. This is such a swing and a miss. Is it the same director as Heat? This is a terrible guess. Michael Mann, no? Or I think I've got Michael.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Damn it. Who was it?
Catherine Bigelow.
Never would have
Close.
Yeah.
Never heard of her. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Sister to Deuce.
Okay, guys, this is the final question. Or we go to tiebreak.
No, I've got a lifeline. I'm assuming that Calvin has all the answers though to everything. What is Steve's star sign, Calvin?
Okay, so Steve, this one's for you. Who played Casey Becker in the original Scream?
Don't know. The movie canon's gonna kill me for this. He's like the horror guy.
Is that?
I don't know.
That's just on the tip of my tongue too. Damn.
Oh, is that Shannon Doherty? No.
Do you want
it's
to
not.
phone home?
Can he?
Oh, he can't. He can't phone home. He
He
already
only
used
uses
his credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
and it's
sorry,
not my question. So
I think I know this one.
That was a clue.
Never
That was a
mind.
clue. It was Drew
I don't know
Barrymore.
this one. I don't know this
Yeah, I
one.
was
Oh,
there,
Drew Barrymore.
I
All
was
right,
say that.
yeah. Good stuff.
Oh,
Very.
man.
That clue had levels because she was on the phone. She was in ET. That
Yeah.
was good. I like that.
Man, these are
Okay.
tough questions.
They are.
They're very tough.
Makes it interesting. Because if you get one, you
I'm
probably
not
won.
huge on horror. I'm not huge on horror like a lot of 1/6 collectors who would like watch all the horror movies. I don't really watch like too many horror movies, but yeah, that's tough.
Sorry, Steve. Almost for me doesn't look quite
Oh, it's okay, dude. It's
Steve.
fine.
Steve, I could have literally watched the movie 20 minutes ago and I wouldn't have been able to tell you
Exactly.
who's in it.
Like,
So.
I don't-
Yeah.
Yeah, these are hard
Damn
going
Jose.
Okay, Shane.
Okay.
Who played Anne Weighing in 2018's Venom?
I don't even know that, and I saw the movie.
Michelle. You're one from Dawson's Creek. She was married
My
to
last
Heath Ledger.
name.
Kelvin!
Michelle Collector. No, it's Michelle Williams.
You got your phone home. There you go. Your phone
Is that
a
it?
friend. So you got it.
Shane,
Yep.
you are correct. You are today's winner.
Finally owning the Dawson's Creek box set pays
I get it.
off. Take
I
that,
get it
Van der
first.
Beek. All right, okay.
Did you-
okay.
First,
Do you
first
guys-
movie, and this man gets a 2018 movie.
Do you guys want one of the?
I know, right?
Do you
I
guys
was
want
4
one of
years
the tie
old.
breaks?
Go on, yeah, go on. For the crack.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll say this one because when Jose sent it to me, I was shocked. How old is Florence Pugh?
Oh, if you're saying she's shocked, and I'm thinking
I
she's
was
young.
shocked.
She's got a young face and she's older than I'm guessing.
I don't wanna
Okay, if you're
guess it,
shocked, that
really.
means she's probably a decade older than we actually think, and I put her around 30, so she's 38. Steve?
I'll go even shocked beyond that. 45.
No.
She's 72.
I was actually. It was the other way. I was shocked how young she was. She's 28.
Oh, oh shit, we're going
She's
the wrong
what?
way.
20.
She's
She's 28.
28. No, that makes sense.
Oh,
That
I'm
makes
definitely
sense,
thinking
yeah.
the wrong person. This is the one that played in Black Widow, right? Oh yeah.
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 She's definitely
Yeah.
not 45.
I want to
She's
watch
definitely not
Midsummer.
45.
Midsummer keeps coming up as like
Yeah,
this
I've
really
seen
good
that.
That's what I
horror.
was thinking of.
I want to go see that.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, sit back with that one, Shane. Let me know what you think after that
Not the
one.
one
I heard it's
thinking of. Wait, how old
mind
are you?
bender.
28?
28, yeah.
I would have
Yeah, I
thought,
thought she was
maybe
older.
like a little older than that, but
I would have thought 35-ish. I thought she was, but there we go.
Yeah.
Jose, thanks for the questions,
go.
buddy.
Thanks very much, Jose. Much appreciate that. 61 people watching live. Super stuff.
Smash the like, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good stuff. I see this comment here. Every time I see shiny, I just assume it's not true because I assume it's some sort of a joke that I'm missing. But I think
think he's
someone
right.
mentioned earlier on that Carrie Fisher's birthday. Is that right? Would have
Yeah.
been
Believe it is,
68. Yeah, man, that's that's tough. Like you know those pictures of all the cast of the original trilogy together, and it's like there's some of them have done them like ghosts, like Force ghosts, and there's only like Harrison, I think, and Mark Hamill left. That's just they just make me sad. Thanks very much, Jose. Much appreciated. Thanks for those questions. Great questions. Keep them coming. I love the fact that if you get one, you're in with a shot, man. So good stuff. So I'm wondering, like, at this stage, then, like, do I get to take this clip here because this clip was originally Jose, but now.
Is there no one else?
It's very serious. Okay, Steve, what do you want to talk about? We've got what, Mark II left?
Baylan.
Galen, Baylan and Galen.
Baylan and Galen.
let's talk about Galen Erso. Be a quick one.
Okay, yeah, I suppose that we quit. Yeah, exactly. So
I'm gonna try to stay the whole time. I don't know if I'll be able to. I gotta go shortly.
no worries, man. We're gonna be wrapping this up soon anyway. So yeah, Galen Erso. It's making it sound like it. Well, it said it's Rogue One, and they're associating it with, they say, worldwide exclusive, and then they're associating with Star Wars Celebration. So is this like a type of thing where? Here's what I think. You'll be able to buy it off the shelf in Japan in Star Wars Celebration next year, but they're still going to release it from some sideshow and everyone else. The only advantage that you get it there and you get it 6 months or a year before everyone else, and you might get a coin. What do you think?
Yeah, it's interesting. It says Star Wars Celebration, then it says on there like worldwide exclusive. Like, what is? I don't understand really what that means. Like, okay,
only 8
so it's
billion
exclusive to
were
the
made.
world. So yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna get that exact type of situation. Like, it's gonna be available at Celebration if you want to get it, similar to kind of how these other figures have been releasing lately, like Deadpool with the golden guns, really instant release, but everybody else gets it later. But this is so odd. I never would have, who would have thought like they're just gonna go revisit like Rogue One and drop a Galen Erso. The one thing that I will say is I know I always get him and his brother confused, but Mads Mikkelsen is always at like the conventions. He's really like, he goes to all the celebrations. So I wonder like if there was anything related to that or any conversation about that, about them having like a figure of him for any reason like that. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be released on Sideshow, is my guess. And is it going to be limited to Sideshow? I don't know, but it's probably going to be something on Sideshow. I'm more baffled, like I said, about them going back to Rogue One and what that means. Like, can we get a Baze Malbus? Can we get a Bodhi Rook? Can we get a Cassian? Like, we need Cassian. How do they not have a Cassian? Is this a hint that maybe they're gonna like dabble into some Andor season 2 because that leads into Rogue One? I think the fact that they're doing this figure has me intrigued and more excited for them to potentially be going down that line, because like it was a travesty that they did not do any Andor figures. That just
and with Andor, like, give us a Cassian Andor and give us a Luton, and then I'd be ready to shut up shop on that one. Like, I mean, that
we need a Cassian at least. It's crazy.
Like, yeah, 100%. But like, when I just think that is probably the best writing I've ever seen in any Star Wars movie. Like, I know Star Wars was never exactly Shakespeare, and we probably should need to stop saying Shakespeare as if it's something good, because no one actually reads Shakespeare. So, but you know what I'm saying? As in, it wasn't like, you know, high-end, scripted writing, whatever. It's fairly simple for the most part, but there was something great about it. But when I think about Andor, I think about Luton's monologue, incredible. What's oh god, Andy Serkis, his monologue.
Serkis, yeah. Oh yeah.
Like in Star Wars Celebration in London last year, there was a bunch of guys walking around and like, I was like, why are they all wearing pajamas? Then they started going one way out, and I thought that was so cool, man. And then
performance is crazy.
Andor's mother character, her, and she swore in that as well. Her monologue as well. That was, man, I'm gonna watch that again next week. That was incredible. But yeah, hopefully. Is he confirmed to be in season 2, or is people just speculating? Or?
Are you talking about Andy Serkis's character?
No. He
We'll
can't swim.
See.
He can't swim. It didn't work. I'm talking. Well, he's not dead. We didn't see him die. And if Darth Maul's still alive,
well, I'm sorry,
anyone's still alive.
Is who going to be in?
Apart from Liam Neeson.
Who would you say?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen. Galen Erso. The timeline sometimes I need to reset. Sometimes I'll say something.
Yeah, so the
Krennic's going to be there too.
Yeah, Krennic's going to be back. The timeline for season 1 was 5 years before Rogue One, and then season 2 is going to be broken up into 3 episode arcs that are going to time jump a year. So the first
that's automatically interesting to me.
Yeah, so the first 3 episodes are going to be 4 years away. Then it's going to time jump 3 years, 3 years away, then 2, and then when they get to the end, the finale goes directly into the movie. Like they said, it is going to basically be right there. So yeah, it's going to be really cool stuff. So I'm guessing we're going to see Galen Krennic. I know the actor is confirmed coming back. So are we going to see a Jyn Erso? I don't know what they would necessarily do with that, but it's very cool that if they're getting that close, hopefully we see some like Rogue One. Obviously we're going to see some Rogue One connection, but how far are they going to take it? I think is like the main question.
Star Wars desperately needs something like that.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you guys a question real quick. You know, Hot Toys is famous for producing prototypes, and they go into Never Land, never really make them. You know, what's his name from episode 2 and 3, the alien guy? You know, he's a kid, right?
You're not narrowing it down.
They know there's a lot of aliens.
Kit Fisto.
Kit Fisto. Yeah, he was. Yeah, and so do you think that they have made there's got to be figures they have on the drawing board and never made a prototype of, and that could be this one. That's a possibility. You know, or it could just lead into the season 2. But I think they do have figures that haven't made prototypes of, and they go back to them and they make them and sell them. So that's a possibility as well.
I think it's more to what we were talking about earlier on, that like there was one MCU movie this year, there was no Star Wars movies. The fresh content that they usually drive their market and ability to sell figures and advertise figures is not there. And now that's where they're going back. They're doing all that Hono stuff, they're doing comic book stuff, they're doing video game stuff, they're doing a lot of 2.0s, which we're welcome, we've been crying out for. They're kind of reading the room a bit better. So a lot of that stuff that usually would have ended up in graveyard, like for example, Batman Returns 2.0, the Battle Damage T100, the T1000 surely is coming, and the clean Terminator's coming, and Jungle Hunter's probably coming as well, I'm guessing. So now, like, not a lot of stuff's ending up in the graveyard, so they're probably going, right, not much content out there. Let's get that Baze out there. Let's get that Galen out there.
Yeah, we need a Baze. That's crazy.
So,
He's been in the graveyard for years. Yeah,
so,
you need him.
Okay, Steve, I think you're the default. You're going to be interested in this one way or another, I'm guessing.
Oh, Galen Erso. I think I'll be more interested in whatever. Like, I guess I'll be more interested in a specific outfit versus what outfit are they going to go with? Is my main question. Like, are they going to have him in like his outfit when he meets Krennic at his house, or are they going to have him in like his Imperial outfit?
Imperial outfit, I'd say.
Yeah, I would say they're probably going to do that. I feel like that makes more sense. Which would be cool. I mean, I love having anything Imperial outfit is, any like ranked Imperial outfit type thing is definitely something that I'm interested in for sure.
Cool. Anyone else have anything to add on before we do another duck race?
No. Good.
All right. So this one we're getting to the. This is a fairly generous gift as well. This is courtesy of the Luke lights. So. This is $168 worth of store credit. The reason they landed on that figure because it's enough to kit out two Detolfs, or I think Bladedens, with full sets of lights, and I think the channels as well. So how this is going to work is you're going to contact me, and then you're going to give me your email address, and then I'm going to get on to them and say, look, this is the person I want a channel member, and this is their email address, whatever. So yeah. Right, here we go. I'm just going to double check that we still have 31. Thanks to the 68 people watching live. If you're watching a replay, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we're ready for this duck race. So far we've had Ryan Smith who's won, and Ian who's won a saber. So they're exempt from winning this one. I want to spread it out a bit. So 60 seconds. Best of luck. And I need to share this screen, otherwise no one can see it. Sorry, folks. Maybe it is a fix. Maybe it is a fix. There we go. Sorry. The fact checker
I'm down at the bottom this time.
He is in the lead. He's probably peaked too early though. Philip the Fool, watch him coming up down the bottom there. I think you're right where you should be, Evil.
It's a good spot.
I think
it's a good spot.
You'll know when they all drop off in the last like 15 seconds.
There you go.
The fact checker.
Damn it!
He wants that 168. I think.
I see Yomo.
Here's Danny Spotchka, Mr.
I see
Ink.
Yomo.
Dublin's Devil. Who's this?
Trevor.
The 1-6 shooter. The 1-6 shooter. There we go.
All right, Travis.
Good stuff, Trevor. So, yeah, I'll hit up Trevor as well. Good stuff. All right, so we've one more to go. The last one is the TMS 070 Axe Wolves. So I think, Fiddy, you got to head out, or are you still? Is he? Dip
in
out,
a few minutes.
Go on?
15 minutes. Yeah.
No worries, man. Yeah, just give us a heads up, or you can just dip whatever suits you. And obviously, thank you for coming on. All right, I think we got one more thing to talk about, do we? So I think it was just Baylan Skoll. I think that was the last thing. So we've got, I think, yeah, we've discussed everything. We didn't talk about Mark II. Mark II, we didn't. Yeah, well, we can do that really quickly. Okay, we'll have a look at the Mark II.
Baylan,
all right,
everybody
what do you
Baylan.
think?
That's all you gotta say. Baylan Skoll, top 3 figure in Ahsoka line.
Have you got it yet, Steve?
No. I'm still waiting. But I can't wait. Cannot wait.
So this is the Mark II. I think it's a Mark II 3.0 at this stage. The second time they've done a die cast, I believe. Could be wrong on that. It looks incredible, though, to be fair.
Yeah, I love this. I love the riveting.
Steve, actually, you're the only other person, I think, YouTuber who complains about how when you're sharing your screen on Facebook and suddenly like the arrows just disappear and only allow you get a certain amount. That's just so annoying.
I don't know why that happens. I haven't figured it out yet.
Some little glitch. Yeah, so this looks incredible. I have nothing to say about it because I'm not going to get it. Anyone on the panel getting it, or anyone who really, really wants to chime in on this, just work away.
I'm getting this.
I've owned a 1.0 and I have the 2.0 right now. and I feel like I don't need it, but look at it. It's just amazing. I mean,
Yeah, it's glorious, isn't it? I love
Yeah,
the rivets in
I
it,
mean,
the base.
That base looks so cool.
I'm not getting
It reminds me of the base that came with a kind of the Mark 6 that I have. It came with like a little shrunken down gantry, which is a similar shape to this. I think they might have even used part of the mold for this, but it's not the exact same. But like the gantry, obviously, that Steve has is true 1/6 scale and looks a lot cooler, but they give a nod to that gantry with the Mark 6 that I have. And it kind of looks around the same size as this kind of, I think this is on like, there's a hinge on the front of this and it can be moved up. I think that's what they've gone for here, by the looks of it. All the rivets there now look incredible.
Yeah, I love that.
yeah, this is one of the coolest moments in Iron Man where he walks and all of a sudden he does that 360 view and all his parts are moving. I mean, this is what it just pretty much reminds me of, and it's
And the heavy metal riff in the
tempting.
background. Do you know
What's
the-
that?
The heavy metal riff in the background when he's
Yeah.
suiting up. Yeah, I love the way that they really like the suit ups for this, and then the suit up for the Mark III are just, they're some of my favorite pieces
And,
of
like you, Shane, as a lover of aircraft as well, it just
Yeah.
resembles the body of
it does.
stunning.
The wings and all the little kind of like divots and
Yeah.
stuff like that. When I was in there's an extra year you can do in Irish high school called transition year. Basically, our secondary school is grouped into like, you know, the juniors and then the seniors, and there's a little extra year you can do where you get to do kind of cool stuff you wouldn't normally do. And I got to at the time I had an interest in aircraft and maybe potentially being a pilot or whatever like that. And there's in the hometown I live in, there's a thing called aerospace where there's 5 huge hangars, and I think each of the lines of the hangars specialize in maintaining a different aircraft. And what happens is these companies pay them like hundreds of thousands of euro to take an aircraft in, strip it down, and refurbish everything, replace parts that have to be replaced, and put it all back together. So like all the seats are gone, everything's gone, it's just a shell, like, and then they build it back up. But so I was there anyway the first day, and I never used a power drill before in my life. And this guy comes over and takes this huge like aluminium panel and slips it onto a wing, and he goes, "See that box there? Yeah, it's full of like screws. See that power drill there? Yeah, put those 100 screws in there."
To work.
And I was like 16 going, they are really trusting of the new guy. And I explained, I was like, what happens? I was really worried. I was like, what happens if I don't do this right, or I make a mistake, or I break one of these and this thing's going to have to fly? And he goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. See that guy over there? It's kind of old guy with a mustache and grey hair." And he looked about me like, fucking well into the 50s, whatever. He goes, "Yeah, that guy, he's on 100 grand. That's his problem, not mine. Move on." So he's the guy who has to go around and check everything, and he's on the stress money because he's got to go, "Yeah, this looks like it can fly." Yeah, that 16-year-old there with the shaved head, he did a great job. But anyway, so yeah, the divots remind me of that. But yeah, so look, you're getting this, Trevor. Anyone else? Or sorry, not Trevor. Steve, you're getting this. Anyone else?
Yeah, I've got, everything but number 2. So 1 through 7, this will finally complete that.
Nice.
You thought you were out, didn't you?
I did. I really did.
Yeah, good stuff. And it looks incredible, in fairness.
Yeah.
And last but
It
not
looks
least,
great. I'm also doing like a 1 through 7. Oh, sorry.
good. No, go on.
Lagging
Go
behind
on.
you a little bit. Oh, I was just
No,
gonna
go
say, yeah, I'm doing like only 1 through 7 Iron Man, and I'm like I'm waiting for it to get Mark 1 as low as I can possibly go. That's like my least favorite of all the 7, so I'm trying to hold off as long as possible. Hopefully they announce another 4, because I know that one's older and it's just harder to get right now, or not. I don't know, but I'll pick up a 4 at some point. But yeah, it's shaping up nicely.
First 7 are a good idea, man.
Yeah.
And last but not least, you may as well continue on there. Give us your thoughts on this, Steve.
Oh, dude, come on, amazing. Like you mentioned too, trying not to be biased, but every Ahsoka figure that is not a trooper that has a sculpt, they have all been good. Like, there has not been one sculpt for me personally that I thought was bad, and some of them I feel like are like the best sculpts. Hera is like my most anticipated from head sculpt perspective. That one's just stunning. Yeah. But they nailed this, man. I feel like this very, very close to the prototype. I thought maybe it looked better, actually. I don't know if it's the lighting or the photos or whatnot, but
that looks great.
it's very, very close. Like they really captured his likeness well. And he's just such a cool, like kind of mysterious character. I mean, the tailoring of his outfit, obviously, I mean, I'm going to guess this is a new body. I could be completely wrong, but like he looks tailored differently than a lot of other characters. His outfit's really cool. I'm glad you don't really have to worry about posing him because of like the material of his outfit as well. Just do some really cool stuff. You can do hood on or hood off. They both look great. So also it's just, I mean, like, yeah, with Ray Stevenson obviously sadly passing away, I mean, I feel like a awesome tribute as well, like to have him in figure form. And he was just, this is gonna be one where it's just gonna, like, it's gonna be weird having him recast, because
kind of
like,
needs to be there, doesn't he? Like, because if they're doing a season 2 and he looked like he had his own plan, he wasn't kind of following, you know,
he's gonna
the
be a
light
big
side,
character.
dark side.
I think he's gonna end up being a big character, like in the show. If they're like, you know, him looking out, like I said, at the end of like the season finale when he's looking at like the Mortis statue, like that's gonna be a big part of season 2. So
that's
with them recasting him, it's just it's definitely gonna be interesting from that perspective. But yeah, this is like a must-have figure for me. I mean, when you get him and like Shin Hati together, it's gonna be just, again, you're just adding a ton of really cool variety, interesting characters, like to like the line. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Just waiting to get the invoice.
Excellent stuff. Anyone else in the panel have this coming home?
I'd love to, but it's such a big line to dip into it. With such good, you know, like you said, Steve, the head sculpts on all of them are phenomenal. Even the half zombie and the Death Trooper is pretty good. Yeah. But I just can't. I got nowhere for it to go.
I think I'd agree with.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think I'd agree with T-Ria on this in some shots. I think for the most part they have delivered, but there was one or two, not too many. There was one or two which was like, I kind of see where you're going with. But for the most parts, I think maybe it could have been questionable angle of photography or lighting. This one here looks weird. This looks like they took the photo and photoshopped the head on. I don't know. That's a strange photo. More so to do with the photo than the photo or pose than the act. That's probably one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, this looks really good.
And I think there was one there. Was it this one, or there was one of them that was a bit like.
That one.
Yeah, it's only one or two of them, but like for the most part, I think they've delivered on the prototype. I get what T-Ria is saying for one or two photos. Yeah, and I'd agree. And Blurred Dad Life, now a channel member, thank you. Yeah, it seems to be that he probably will be. Sorry, so Steve's in. Phil's like to, but no. Philly?
I'm in.
Right. Calvin's in. And Philly?
Yeah, I'm in. I think it has a great presence, and if for those who don't want to get the whole line, you could just get this one in Hati, and it'll be just as fine. So
for sure.
True.
But yeah, I love the actor. My favorite role he did was when he played that gay hitman in Dexter.
Dexter.
He did a wonderful job in that role. And
Never watched
amazing
Dexter.
actor.
Yeah, I need to watch Dexter.
You should watch it. It's, but a gay hitman, that was pretty something interesting take and character he brought to the show, and I definitely recommend watching that. I think it was season 4. I think I can't remember, but it's somewhere.
5, 6. I believe it's 6 actually. 6.
6. Yeah.
I think this is a deep cut now, but I think Bruce Willis played a hitman in a movie called The Jackal. And I'm not sure, was he gay or was he undercover and pretending to be gay in the part of that movie?
I haven't seen that in forever. I don't remember.
Yeah, so again, maybe they saw that idea from The Jackal. Jackal's an old movie, maybe 90s, I'd say. But all right. So
love that we have the opportunity to see him in person at a celebration as well. So we got to see him live on stage. So
that
was cool.
His interview was awesome.
Yeah. Has anyone else got any thoughts on this before we do the final duck race? I don't want to. Anyone else have any?
No.
Happy enough? Okay. Cool. So let's Gonna move on to the final duck race. All right, so thank you very much to the 69 people watching live and anyone watching on the replay. Thank you very much to the 31 channel members and everyone supporting. So just to recap, Ryan Smith won the Fusion Reactors Mark III 2.0 Fusion Reactor Light Up Kit. Ian, Agent Silver Fox, won the Fusion Reactors LED Luke Skywalker Green Lightsaber. And then the number 3, it was Trevor, wasn't it? Trevor 16 Shooter won the $168 of store credit for Luke lights. And finally, this is courtesy of Lion Rock Toys. This is our main giveaway here. I buy most of my figures from Lion Rock Toys, and they have donated TMS 070 Axe Wolves from Mandalorian Season 2. So if you've won already, you're exempt from winning this one. I want to spread it out a bit. So best of luck to all ducks.
Good luck,
There
guys.
we go. You almost peeking too early there.
I need to be
Dublin's
way
Devil,
back.
Keith.
I don't, oh, no. Middle. Okay.
Keith, Dublin, Keith's in the lead. Keith Conley. Brandon Salad's like a spider duck.
Money
Eddie
Mendez.
Money Mendez and Collecting Weekly are in the kind of right place where you'd want to be around this time.
Yeah.
Watch them all fall off now with about 10 seconds left to go. Thrawn's Office.
Howard Potts.
There's gonna have to be some drug testing at the end of this. Some of these ducks, they're just
Uncle
Moose
Moose.
ring.
His 12-inch.
The moose is loose. Has he got it? No.
Oh,
Someone's gonna come out of
there's always
nowhere.
somebody that
Off the
shoots-
top
Robo.
ropes. Brandon Salad's got it. You know what? I am delighted. Okay, look, obviously,
Good-
like
good shit,
I'm
Brandon.
happy.
Nice. Congrats.
I'm happy that like it's nice to have subscribers, and it's great to have channel members, and they're very supportive, and you know you're not going to be biased. But Brandon Salad was the first person to ever super chat on my channel. As soon as it got monetized, the first time I went live, Brandon Salad, $20 straight away, and said thanks for making content. So that is, I'll always remember that and greatly appreciate it. Folks, thank you very much to the channel members. Thank you very much to the panel members. Thank you very much to the mods. Thank you very much to Loki and Philly and Steve and Phil for joining. And for everyone watching on the chat, we still have 68 people watching. That was a really good one. I really enjoyed that. Congratulations to all the winners. Hit me up on Instagram and I'll get that stuff shipped out to you or organize how you can access those prizes. Good times. So yeah, maybe another few months we'll do something similar. Anyone want to plug anything before we leave? Okay.
No, good.
Congrats. Thanks for the giveaway, Shane. That's awesome, dude. It's awesome. It's awesome of
Yeah.
it's awesome to give back to your channel members, man. I really
100%,
I really
man,
like that, and I
100%.
think it's a really important part of streaming and stuff. So really cool of you to do that and give away some awesome stuff. And congrats to all the winners. It's awesome.
100%.
You got a
Well,
vlog
watched-
coming up of new, Steve?
Sorry?
Oh yeah.
Steve said he's working on a vlog. For
Oh yeah, I don't want to spend too much time plugging myself, but yeah, I have a New York City or New York ComicCon vlog that'll be dropping hopefully this week. It's a lot of content. It's gonna be really long because it was like 4 days of stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be a long video. So I got to work on that kind of this week. Hopefully by the weekend I'll have it out. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Should be great.
Excellent
And you can catch
stuff.
me on Wolfpack Wednesdays as always. Over on the Jedi Knights Watch channel. Be back on Wednesday. So yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Yeah, not what's going on. We'll be back next week, and I have a few reviews to do, and I have it's one video that I wanted to work on for a while, but hopefully I'll get it done this weekend, and a bit of time off next week, so there'll be more. Folks, thank you very much, and we are out of here. Oh, also, Steve, I watched your 4-hour live stream when I was in here tinkering and putting things together. I like to put in the
thanks,
background, and the yeah, fair play. The 9 giveaways, that was impressive.
Oh,
They're
thank
they're my
you.
goals now. I'm going to build up now and do like.
I try to do like like I said, I think it's like it's just so cool to give back to channel members. So it's always it's I try to every time it happens on my show when I do it, I try to make it bigger and bigger. It's kind of hard. It takes a lot of planning, but Yeah, thank you for the recognition on that. It was a lot of fun.
Because there's a lot of networking in the background where you're like, hey, look, I'm doing this, and you know, people kind of, you're relying on people to make donations essentially, or you know, you're buying some stuff yourself or whatever. Like, but right, guys, folks, see you later. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next week.
Good time, y'all. Peace out.
Take care.